and I see the awful, terrible things in my life and turn it into something funny.
Oh boy, we're screwed.
We are indeed live. I still think it's charming when I talk about potting up the mics. I think it gets everybody's day started properly.
Nobody else does.
I know, I've kind of come to that conclusion.
The reality is set in.
The horrible reality is set in.
Oh, what a bummer.
And we have a good show today, I think. We always say that, but we hope we do.
We're optimistic for today's show.
We have Rose Namajunas, who I love. She's
I was hoping you'd say her name first.
Yeah, it's not hard to say. Once you say it once, you'll never not say it.
Namajunas.
And she's fighting on Saturday, and I really enjoy Rose a lot. And also, Michael McKean's coming in.
Right.
At 9 o'clock. I guess he's promoting Better Call Saul.
Yes.
Correct?
I believe so. You may know him best from the film Airheads.
No, Lenny and Squiggy.
Oh.
Or Used Cars.
Was he in Used Cars?
He certainly was in Used Cars. And I think that's all we should talk to him about is Used Cars. You're here to promote Used Cars, the 30th anniversary on DVD. Well, that's probably more than 30 years.
At the end of the interview, I'm going to look at him and say, I'm going to go home and sleep with my wife. Clue.
Is that from Spinal Tap?
No, Clue.
Oh, okay.
Clue.
I don't remember it.
The film based on the Milton Bradley board game, Clue.
I do.
Who is he,
remember
Mr. Green? He is, right?
Yes.
He's Mr. Green.
That was a really
had to stop her from screaming.
It was a fun game. I used to play Clue when I was a boy.
Did you?
Hey, I always loved Colonel Mustard.
Wasn't it? I felt like, even though the game of Clue was strictly process of elimination, like it was just whoever in order of the game got to eliminate the clues the quickest, but you always felt like such a sleuth when you figured out what was in that envelope.
It's amazing what kind of game they could make online now, or what kind of game, because that was just with cards.
Right.
You had like a board and some fucking cards.
Yeah, and little
pieces.
die-cast weapons.
Yeah. There was a rope. Colonel Mustard with a rope. There was
the candlestick.
Candlestick, right.
The wrench.
The wrench.
I mean,
a real game of violence.
the best weapon, of course, was the revolver.
What were the names of the people? I forgot there was a revolver, too.
Mr. Green, Professor Plum, Colonel
Professor
Mustard,
Plum.
Miss Scarlet, Miss Peacock.
There's one you're forgetting.
Mr. Body.
No, Mr. Body was not there.
Well, he was in the movie.
How'd you remember Professor Plum?
I remember all the characters. I played Clue a lot.
I played a lot of Clue, too, but I don't remember fucking Miss Scarlet.
No, me neither.
I also watched the movie many, many times.
The movie's great.
Miss Scarlet loved a candlestick in her rump. I remember that much. Growing up as a boy. I remember that when I was a kid.
I found out monkeys' brains are a delicacy in Cantonese.
Yeah, but that Faces of Death video is bullshit. It's
Faces
not
of
real.
Death.
Oh, you didn't see Faces of Death?
I mean, I know what it is, but
They had the little monkey brains?
I'm still talking about Clue.
Oh, the monkey brains were in Faces of Death.
But it was bullshit. It wasn't real monkeys' brains.
No, it was a fake, because the camera angles told you that it was fake. It looked like they were hitting a little monkey on the head, but you're like, this is not real.
You don't want to go back. That's why you can't. Like when you're a kid, you know it's definitely real.
Yeah.
It has to be real. You never want to go back and watch that stuff as an adult.
Turn this light on. Right now, they're all sitting in a circle. And you always knew it was bullshit because Francis B. Gross was the guy's name.
By the way, that's the difference between Jim and myself. I can go line for line with the movie Clue, and Jim can go scene for scene with Faces of Death. That's how we spent our childhood.
See the camera in the bottom, and they put the little guy in there.
In a special trap, the animal was now ready to become the main dish.
It's fake.
Yeah, watch how fake is the camera. Poor monkey's probably scared to death, but...
So that part's real. They're really trapping the monkey in a cage.
Yeah, it's the 70s. That's what they did.
Right.
Following a few simple instructions, the men at the table were prepared for the
This
job.
is obvious. It's a set. It's not even a real room.
That I never picked up on. You're probably right.
It looks like a set. It doesn't look like anybody's dining room.
Watch,
It's
they're going to hit the
lit.
monkey, but watch how they do it. Watch.
Shock the monkey.
Do they show them hitting it?
First of all, they already switched camera angles, so...
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that poor monkey.
It's very fake.
See, they're showing them hitting, and they're showing the bottom of them. They're not showing them hitting the monkey.
Yeah, it's very fake.
Oh, wait, is it? I think so.
Yes, of course it's... Don't get wrapped back into fake faces of death. This is a set. That's why the lighting is right. That doesn't even look like the same monkey.
It occurred to me that
No, it's not real.
That's a real monkey head.
No, it isn't.
I stand corrected.
No,
Adrian?
I'm with you.
a definite ritual had been established, and there was...
It doesn't even look like the same monkey.
No?
It's a different color. It's not the same monkey.
That might be real monkey brains.
I don't think so.
It looks real.
It does, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they do eat monkeys' brains.
All right, you can turn it down.
In spots.
It was believed that by
His voice was chilling in the 70s. Now it's not, but now he's such a good douche. But when you were younger in the 70s, now tape was going around. This was awesome, Faces of Death.
No, I knew of the Faces of Death videos, but I never watched them.
There was a bunch. They kind of the first three were a little scary. There was like iconic scenes in there, like the cop getting eaten by the alligator, the electrocution. And I realized that the whole thing was fake. What tipped me off was years later I read that they're not allowed to film executions, and they had a gas chamber, and they had the gas chamber one looked real too.
So you just read that they're not allowed to film executions, and then all these Faces of Death videos start to creep back into your head like, wait a
Those two
minute.
did, yeah. I was like, that's not real.
See, like, I watched a lot of movies as a kid. I watched Clue over and over again, and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and Labyrinth,
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is a classic. We all watched that as boys.
and Twins.
Twins I liked as well. Labyrinth I never saw.
Right.
But Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, that was every boy's favorite movie.
Is that right? You know, because we all dreamed of one day going to a land of chocolate.
And sleeping with old people. You know how bad they must have smelled in that fucking bed? Old people, their skin rotting.
How about the fact that the one old man, just the minute anything good happens, he's able to get up and start skipping around, the faker.
Oh, wait. You mean Willy Wonka, not Charlie and
Willy
the Chocolate.
Wonka.
Okay.
Yeah, the original one, the Gene Wilder one.
Yeah, the Johnny Depp one.
I was 20 and watching the Johnny Depp one over and over
That's
again.
why it didn't make sense. I thought you were lying about your age again. Pretending to be
When
young.
I was just a young boy and Tim Burton's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory came out.
And I will apologize in advance to
Thank
people,
God.
people in the studio. Because I have a feeling
No.
today might be bad.
Tyrese already complained about it.
Well, that was Derek.
wasn't
Today
Derek.
might be bad.
Why do you say that?
I went out to dinner last night with my dear friend CQ.
Oh, no.
And after we had our lovely dinner, we decided to treat ourselves to a little tasty delight.
Frozen yogurt again.
Yeah, CQ and I enjoy a little froyo.
Frozen yogurt.
What a couple of village queers.
Well, I was, it's funny. I'll read you the exact text.
What a couple of West Village queens.
Hold on, if I can find Colin's text. I was going to go out with a friend of mine, and it wasn't even a date, she's just a friend. And she was taking too long, and the time wasn't going to work out. So I meant this, I made a reservation in this restaurant called the Water Club. And I asked him if he wanted to go, and I told him where. And then he goes, "We're not going to the fucking Water Club like two old homosexuals." So I'll meet you at a diner.
Do you think there's any... So you went to a diner instead?
Yeah, he said, "I'll jump in a cab and we will find a lovely place near you, but I'm not putting on a blazer and meeting you for dinner."
Do you think there is anybody that worked at the Water Club that wouldn't have thought that you guys were an old couple?
I wouldn't have.
You look like you and Colin together look like an older gay New York couple.
Yeah, like he's the ex-book critic,
Yeah.
and I'm his young stud. He's the crotchety old book critic. Yeah, I am.
Plus, you guys all like you're every time you guys speak, you're always waiting for the next guy to make you laugh because you know it's coming.
Where is that?
So there's always this like smirk. You know, you see how when they talk, go back to the other photo. You see how when they talk, like look at Colin's expression. You see how he's almost ready to laugh. Like there's that flirty, I'm going to laugh soon. Like it's this jubilance that you guys get when you're around each other.
So basically, you're saying that we're like a couple of two old gay men who just relish each other's company.
That's it. Just Warren and Mortimer that married women earlier in their lives because it wasn't socially acceptable when they were just in love with each other.
That was Buffalo.
I'll bet it was.
No, Albany.
Look at you two.
That was Albany. We were doing a couple of different gigs, and we met in the
Just-
had some lunch.
Warren and Mortimer having their annual get-together where a lot is said without being said. You guys have never touched. but every time you meet, you both can see in each other's eyes that you know that there's far more than friendship going on.
We had a lovely walk
I'll bet.
to the Tasty Delight.
You guys walked together?
But yeah, we were singing the song at the at dinner because we were going to go to 16 Handles. That's where we were going to go.
That's bad.
But I prefer Tasty
really
Delight
bad.
if you want the truth of the matter. So we're walking,
care.
and Colin's like, I thought we were going to 16 Handles. And I'm like, no, look. And then Tasty Delight and 16 Handles are near each other on 3rd Avenue. And we were walking, and some guy goes, Jim, Colin. He was so happy to see us. And then he turned around and hailed the cab. And I said to Colin, nothing would make me happier than if he had turned around and been struck by a vehicle. Like if the last thing on his on earth had been him waving at us as we fucking traipsed by.
And then did the older male couple share a laugh together at that joke?
At the idea of him being killed? Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah, just the two of you miserable guys who the reason that you hate everyone and hate the world is because the world won't allow you to be gay together.
We don't want to be gay together. We just like being free and enjoying a good froyo.
I'll bet you do.
Nothing wrong with a good froyo.
I'll bet you do.
I had, if you want the some salted vanilla, at the risk of giving you boys fodder for humor. I had
Salted vanilla.
I had some fucking peanut butter, whatever chocolate. It's
Yeah, I bet you did.
arguably the best thing I've ever
That's
eaten.
old man Colin shit in your mouth. Peanut butter chocolate.
It's arguably the best thing I've ever eaten. Somebody tell me this is true.
You know what you should try?
Yeah.
Ice cream. It's great.
Yeah, I like ice cream, but it's too sugar. Somebody said, I'm going to cut in here because I thought someone was lying when they tweeted this.
What?
Paul in Maine, huh?
Yes, go ahead.
Hey.
Yeah, Ozzy last night brought up your special on a NASCAR channel during an interview. Jack said that Ozzy is one of the names he keeps as an emergency in his wallet. And then Ozzy said he's a comedian and his special's great, especially the beginning.
That's nice.
Yeah. Was that the clip of it?
That was just Jack and Ozzy on YouTube. That wasn't on a NASCAR channel.
Well,
It looked like they aired it on... They didn't air it on the NASCAR channel?
And we
I wouldn't say we have to watch
about coming to Texas to the Speedway.
Yeah, this is not. This is just a promo. Well, thank you, sir. I thought someone was just fucking with me on Twitter. So, it might not be me though. If he said just a comedian, it could be anyone.
Who else has a good intro?
Jack says
We'll find it.
Jim Norton's name is in Ozzy's wallet.
Oh.
Along with his lawyers and his wife's, and in case he loses his phone, yours is one of the emergency contacts.
Oh, that's funny. That's great to know. All right, maybe I'll send Ozzy another text.
Thanks for the shout out.
All right.
Thanks, man. I thought the guy was fucking me on.
Yeah, give him a thanks for the shout out.
No, I probably won't. I'll probably just text him a thanks for the shout out. But if we can find that'd be great. But yeah, I did look at Twitter last night, and I did see that was very cool. Mm-hmm. The little shout out we got.
Yeah, I mean, there was if you're looking at Twitter for shout outs, there's something far more impressive than any Ozzy Osbourne shout out.
No, I disagree. I would put them. I mean, this is a great one, but
this is the great one.
Yeah, I mean, what happens? Once in a while, you get a
great one.
shout out from a guy, a couple of men of similar ilk.
Twins.
Yeah.
Twins. Oh, maybe.
You want to read it?
I don't know. I don't want to read it. Why would I want to read it?
Great interview with Statham.
What is that voice? What is that, Damone from Fast Times?
No, that's me doing my impression. People will know already who it is by the impression. Great interview with Statham.
You don't care whether she comes, stays, lays, or prays.
I didn't want to admit the takes he ruined from laughing hard at my shit talking. Norton is my bald twin.
Who said, Kojak? Who loves you, babe?
Who loves you, baby? That was a very lovely shout out, in fairness, about our interview with Jason Statham.
From DJ.
From The Rock. That was very good. I'm glad he enjoyed the interview. He probably watched a lot of the interviews. I guess because his name was mentioned in the hashtag.
Yeah.
Good move by young Derek putting that up.
Yep.
And
I like that tweet, too, because he says, great interview with Statham. I'm sure people don't understand the tweet that you read because he did it in that very strange voice.
I did a great... people thought it was The Rock. They finally got him on the show.
He says he won't admit the amount of takes he ruined from laughing hard due to my shit talking, which makes me believe that Jason Statham might not have been completely forthcoming with the information on who The Rock hates. when he was in here. You remember Jason was like, I don't know anything about that. I wasn't on the set. And The Rock was like, not only does he know, I was making him laugh because I was shitting on one of our co-stars.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's Vin Diesel.
That is a great. Of course it is. It was in the Post and Daily News this weekend. But I don't blame him and Tyrese for not. Vin's the boss, they said, and the only guy that can fuck with him is The Rock because he's The Rock. He's the only guy that doesn't really need the franchise.
Yeah.
So I don't blame.
They must all be annoyed at Vin Diesel then.
And they said he's always late. But again, it's a fucking almost a $4 billion franchise.
Mm-hmm.
When you're the head of the $4 billion franchise, you get to be a little dickish. That's the way it is.
I mean, I guess, but not to the point that all your co-stars think you're an asshole.
They probably just think he's a rude asshole because he's. But again,
if The Rock is Instagramming about you, you've gone above and beyond being an asshole.
But you're probably not going to get fired. Is the point I'm making? Like, if you made that much money for the studio, you're not getting fired.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's to play here. But
I've never seen any of these movies, Sam. I want to see one of these movies.
There's 8 of them.
I know.
You should see.
I'll watch the first one. I'll just.
You know what you should watch? Fast and Furious 3: Tokyo Drift. That's the one.
That's the one to start with.
That's the one. That's the one you should see.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tokyo Drift. Yeah.
I'll watch that one.
That's a real good one.
It's really good.
Was that universally hailed as the not good one?
What? No. Why would you think that?
That's universally hailed as the best one.
Yeah. Exactly. All the kids are like, you know what? You could throw out the other 7 of those Fast and the Furious movies. My money is on the third one. It's like The Godfather. Everybody prefers the third part.
No, you don't.
What?
It's just a great story.
Tokyo Drift or the whole series?
Not Tokyo Drift
specifically.
I'll watch that one.
With Mike Winchell.
Okay. If you guys recommend it, I'll watch it.
I do. I recommend Fast
You wouldn't
and
make
Furious.
an ass out of me.
No.
What?
No.
You didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish the best part of the story last night. The best part of the story was coming.
With you and Colin Quin
Yes.
together? Okay, so here's where we're at right now.
This is the story. I mean, look, it's good so far. It gets great.
Well, I'll tell you, we gotta. We might have to reset the table a little bit because we're already 15 minutes in and bouncing all over the map.
Is our guest here or no? I don't want to make our guest wait. Just let me know. You don't have to say no.
But okay, so Jim and Colin are 2 old queens.
Well, hold on. You're setting the story up.
That are out to dinner together. They
Aging.
Aging queens. You're right. I apologize. I mischaracterized. Aging queens out to dinner together. They go on a walk to go get some froyo together.
After dinner, yeah.
After dinner, of course.
A brisk walk.
And Jim gets his favorite salted vanilla and chocolate peanut butter, which is obviously
combination.
Cum and doo-doo.
It does sound like that. I didn't even realize that when I said it, but it does sound like cum and doo-doo.
Yeah, it's cum and doo-doo. So, in the meantime, while all this is happening, Ozzy is on NASCAR shouting out Jim Norton. The Rock is on Twitter shouting out not only Jim Norton, but the interview that we did with Jason Statham.
That's right.
And you are with Colin getting doo-doo cream. What happens next?
Well, a great teaser because our guest has arrived.
No.
So we have to bring in our guest. We only have her for a few minutes. And then we have to then we'll get back to this when we return. We have Michael McKean right after.
Oh my God. People are going to want to know.
Of course people are going to want to know. Is that 2, 3, 4?
There you go. Look at you.
I'm making sure. Hi, Rose.
Hello, Rose. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
It's good to see you. Welcome.
Yeah.
You said you forgot your ID today?
Wait, is this?
You don't need them.
What's up?
You can use them. You don't have to use them.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't think I heard anything in there.
Did you, I saw you guys downstairs when I first came in, but you forgot your ID.
Yeah. I left it in my backpack, so. But they escorted us with the security, so we're good.
What do you do if you lose your ID and you have to fly?
I guess you don't fly then.
But there's a way for them to get you to do it. Like
really?
Yeah, I think they can do something, but you have to go through like a test. I figured Twitter,
okay.
if you're verified,
well,
that
I
might
do
help.
have a picture of my passport on my phone, so
Does that
like
help?
maybe that might help. But I'm sure you probably like answer a whole bunch of questions that they creepily know about you.
X-Pac forgot his ID flying once. But then he also had weed on him, so he ended up getting arrested. So that was
a bad move.
Yeah, just a bad combination of things.
Yeah, for sure.
So were you tempted to take out your Twitter or your passport photo?
Well, I left my phone in the car too, so yeah.
Really?
I
Oh
didn't
my
have
God.
anything on me.
Why? Did you not sleep? Are you typically forgetful, or did you just like?
No, I'm just like, I don't know. In New York City, I've been out of the big city for so long that like I don't, especially too like being so deep in the training camp. I like don't keep my phone on me. I don't keep like anything on me because like I don't know. I just feel like a lot lighter and stuff without those things.
Are you a compulsive texter if you have it? I'm bad.
I don't know. It's just there's just so much negativity that's involved with the phone and just so much like draining energy. Like even like positive things, and you're just so into it, like you lose your focus on the present and what you're doing at the moment.
Do you find that the phone drains your energy?
Yeah, it does, but probably not for the same reasons. For me, it becomes a very unhealthy thing.
Jim texts a lot, but it's not like the type of text that you would be able to share at a dinner table.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, probably. if I'm like, if I just drank some tea or coffee or something, I'll just start texting a lot too. But
the caffeine, you mean?
Yeah, for sure. But no, I just will be watching videos and stuff, so I need to stop doing that.
Oh, you get caught up in a phone watching the video. Does it fuck with your training or no?
I think so. Yeah. Because you always gotta be in the present moment. Like if you're somewhere else, you know, you're not in your training. You're not like focused on just controlling your breathing, controlling your emotions and things like that. So
is it annoying for you to have to do interviews and stuff on fight week?
It can be, you know, but I don't think it should be. If something's like messing with you, if you allow something to rattle you or shake you, then you're not, you know, strong at your core.
I got you.
And you're fighting Michelle Waterson this Saturday, 8 o'clock on Fox UFC Fight Night. Where is this?
Kansas City.
Okay, so you're leaving today?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you get frozen yogurt? Because like we were just talking about, Jim gets frozen yogurt because he's obviously in very good shape.
I think I've had frozen yogurt like once before, but that's definitely not my thing.
It's not on your...
I like a good frozen yogurt. They were basically calling me an aging homosexual because my male friend and I went out and took a delightful walk and had some frozen yogurt. But I enjoyed it. Exactly, thank you. No, she did not make it very... Yes.
She lip-wristed your froyo.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, that was not a very positive statement about froyo.
No, you and your older gentleman friend get some froyo.
That's what we call it's a gentleman
well, I make
snack.
acai bowls, so I just started getting into that. So
into what?
Acai bowls.
What is that?
It's just like a...
He's so disgusted by it. He's like, what is that?
No, it's probably healthy.
It's just like a smoothie or whatever, but it's the acai berry is like, it comes from Brazil or something like that, and all those Brazilians are really into it.
It's a superfood.
I've heard, that's what I've heard, but is it healthy or is it like one of those myths? Like everybody says like avocado is amazing for you, and now I hear it has lead in it and I can't eat it anymore. Fucking every time I try to help, I hurt myself.
It's like eating paint chips.
What's that? Yeah, they said it was.
I think everything nowadays is a little bit contaminated. It's hard to really know what you're eating nowadays unless you grow it yourself.
Well, they found in a Walmart salad, they just found a bat.
Oh my God.
A dead bat in one of those
bags of lettuce.
Did you hear about Subway bread? I guess apparently they found out that like there was like pieces of yoga mat like in the bread.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
I don't know if that's true. That sounds so crazy.
That's probably more appetizing than the bread normally. But
right.
So how do you figure out what to eat? Because I always think about that. Like, anytime I even consider eating healthy, there's a new documentary about how that food's not healthy and that food's not healthy and that I just ignore it all and just only eat processed foods.
Well, that's why I just started growing my own food. I just planted a whole bunch of strawberry plants this past week, and I grow like all my herbs inside, and I'm just like, I finally got my house, so I'm finally starting to get settled down and like starting to do these things. But eventually, I want to be totally self-sufficient. I don't want to be going to the grocery store. It's a lot of times it's crap. Like it's just hard to get around.
Where do you live?
Westminster, Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why middle of the country? Were you raised there or you just like being there?
No, I grew up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I all my life I knew the city. That's all I knew. And but I always longed for being out in nature and things like that ever since I was a little girl. And when they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up in kindergarten, I'd always say I wanted to be a farmer. And you know, one thing led to another. Like it just kind of happened that I moved out to Minnesota for training. I left Milwaukee, and then we met. And Minnesota wasn't too bad. I mean, the weather is obviously crap, but I really enjoyed training there under Greg Nelson. He's like an amazing, he's an encyclopedia of like MMA. But Pat, my fiance, found a striking coach that he really clicked well with, and so we decided to move out to Colorado to go train with him. And I really fell in love with the place ever since. You know,
did.
just the outdoorsy culture and the people are really nice.
And the Pat you're talking about, for instance, Pat Barry is a heavyweight, and you guys have been dating for quite a while. You're engaged now. Is it difficult being around the person all the time? I'm always amazed with couples who are involved. Is it hard to be involved constantly?
I think there's definitely challenges, you know, just being in a relationship is there's lots of emotions, obviously, but then on top of that, the coach and student, and fighter relationship is one also there's two different challenges that come with those things. So we combine the coach and the student and then the relationship with each other. So it's really hard to keep it separate, but I think we make it work way better than most people could. I wouldn't recommend it for everybody, but somehow we definitely have some bumps and bruises along the way that we face, but he has a way of communicating things, not just to me, but just in general. He has a really I don't know, just the way he explains things, he speaks a certain language that I can understand.
So if you guys are fighting, if you're in an argument and all of a sudden you got to train, I can't, when I'm arguing with somebody, I don't want to be around them at all. I need time to cool off.
Right.
I'm just a dick. I can't be around the person and go, okay, let's put this aside now and do this other task.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it.
I don't know. I think we just learned how to, I don't know. We're very like-minded, so we don't come across. Well, I shouldn't say that. We do disagree a lot, but we don't get emotions involved for some reason. There's times where he's a lot of times he's just trying to convince me of certain things that just to be confident in myself. It's not so much of disagreements on core values. What's important to us, we mostly agree upon. But in terms of training and stuff like that, that's where I have to kind of sit back and kind of trust him, and know that he knows what he's talking about. But there are times where he also respects my opinion too, and he listens to me. And so we kind of just meet somewhere in the middle. And it's definitely not an easy process, but sometimes I'm the type of person that if we're having an argument and it gets too escalated, if we start yelling and stuff like that, then I have to just totally drop it. We have to just come back to this later. But you just kind of have to be able to keep it at a talking level. You can't let it escalate.
A friend of ours, Bill, talked about not name calling in arguments, and I didn't realize how unhealthy that was. Every relationship I've ever been in, all we did was call each other names. And I'm like, that's bad news. Do you not do that? I didn't know how fucked up I was until he said it. I'm like, because he's a psychopath, and he's like, nah, dude, it's toxic. I'm like, ugh, what am I doing?
Yeah. I mean, if you're joking, but
oh no, we're in arguments. I'm not even.
Yeah, no, you're serious. Huh?
Hurtful names.
Yeah. Calling each other impotent. It's really awful.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Is that what you'd get hit with a lot?
No. I'm just saying.
What are the names that you would get hit with?
Just I'm too generous. I'm too giving. It's frustrating.
Yeah, totally.
What are you not confident in? You said he fights about confidence. What are you not confident in?
Sometimes I just always feel like I got to do more, and I think that's just a natural thing that all fighters have, I just got to do, that's not enough, I already done knocked out this person, but I got to do it. I got to get something else I got to do. You're just always looking at that next accomplishment, and I never stop, and so he's really kind of just helped me balance my go-getter attitude, my can't stop, won't stop kind of attitude. I got to bring it back sometimes. I got to take a sit down and just relax.
When did you get involved with fighting? When did you get into it? I'm assuming as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, my older brother always and I would fight all the time, or just my friends in the neighborhood. We always just fight for fun or to defend ourselves. So that was just kind of one aspect that I got involved. But I also was put into martial arts as a really young girl, into Taekwondo. And then I got my black belt, and then I decided to move over to karate. And then from the karate school is where I learned about jiu-jitsu, stick fighting, and some kickboxing as well. And then I found Duke Rufus in Milwaukee, and they had everything there. So that was just kind of where I started my whole mentality of just trying everything. And I kind of get bored with things pretty quickly, you know. So MMA is really good for me because, and I clicked well with it in the beginning because I always have something to focus on. Something, once I'm bored with this one thing, I could focus on something else.
And then, like, at what point, what did people think at first when they knew that this was what you were going to do with your life? Because it wasn't up until a couple years ago that women's MMA was a kind of a thing that was sort of, I mean, it was around, but it wasn't what it is today. You know what I mean?
It wasn't super lucrative or anything.
Right, exactly.
I think, I don't think my mom ever really knew what I was going to do when I was going to grow up. I think I was just always like, she knew I was going to be busy, whether that be, you know, music or sports or anything like that, or just something with school. But I don't know. I think once I made the move to Minneapolis, Minnesota, that's when it kind of was apparent that, like, okay, she's going for it. You know, like, this is no joke. And then also I think when I met Pat initially, because he was in the UFC at the time and he made it a living, even though it wasn't for women at the time, there was definitely a opportunity. Like, even MMA itself was in the beginning stages and it was still just beginning. So there was no, it's not like just because the opportunity wasn't right there in front of me doesn't mean that it couldn't be created. And I believed in it. And not only that, but I just really enjoyed it as well.
You play music?
Yeah, I play the piano. I play jazz and classical.
Are you good?
I think so. I mean, I wouldn't say like right now I'm a little rusty, but I could probably play like a little jazz tune or something. But classical is what I started in. You know, I have really good classical bass, but reading music, I started.
Can you read it? You can actually read?
Yeah. That's what I started in. And then when I went to high school of the arts in Milwaukee, and we did like 2 hours of music every day, or just whatever your art major is, if you were, you know, art or dance or whatever. But I chose music. And then I don't know, once it became like a thing for me, like 2 hours a day, like this serious thing, then I didn't want to do it. Like, it was just too much.
It wasn't fun.
Yeah, and I just enjoyed punching people more.
Yeah, that probably is more satisfying than tinklinking on the ivories. It's probably more fun to fucking just take a draw with your fist.
For sure.
The last time I talked to you, it was you discussed possibly moving and building houses or something. You guys were talking about doing something.
Yeah. Not moving, but I got into this. I've been following this group called Earthship Biotexture for a long time, and what they do is they use recyclable materials like tires and aluminum cans and just things that we consider to be garbage, and they use it to build a house with in third world countries and stuff like that. They try to do it here, but it's just, they have a community in Taos, New Mexico, but it took so many years to get past all the like building codes and things like that, and they have like lawsuits and stuff, so they just go to third world countries where people need it.
People are suing them for like why, for building houses for the homeless?
Yeah, exactly. Well, to try and live that way like here, because just building codes are meant to keep us safe and things like that. So they don't know these experimentational houses, like if it could be safe or not. But now it's proven that, I mean, it's experimentational, so you kind of have to be okay with, it's not gonna, we have to try and build these houses first before we know like how to make it safe. So
well, it's like medicine. When you're in a testing group, you kind of sign off to the fact that might be a problem.
Right. So now they were able to do this, and they fought against it for a long time, but they made a community. But now it just makes more sense to go to places where they need it more urgently, and so in Indonesia, it's one of the most polluted countries in the world, and they decided to they're trying to make these eco regions where they have tourism, but it's in a more sustainable way, so it's not just killing all the coral reef and everything like that. And it's such a beautiful place. I mean, it's kind of sad when you just walk down the street and there's just like a river of just plastic and people burning plastic just to, just try and get rid of it somehow. So yeah, I went there. I got an opportunity finally, and a time to like dedicate a whole month to going there and learning how to build them. And it was a really cool
you
experience.
did it already?
Yeah,
so, you're not going to do it. Okay, for some reason I'm thinking you're leaving fighting and you're going to do this for years.
No, that was back in November, and I got back in December.
Oh, you just went for a month, okay.
Yeah, and we built an entire house, and we, I don't know, it was definitely it was a lot of adventure, and I don't know, I was worried for my life a little bit.
I was going to ask you if you were scared there. Indonesia seems like it can be a pretty radical place, certain parts of it.
Everybody's like super nice there, but Pat cut his finger, like the first, like as soon as we got to the island. So just the whole travel there is just insane. I mean, there was like 4 flights. One of them was like 15 hours, then like a car ride, then a ferry ride, which it turns out that ferry rides a lot of times tip over. Like I didn't even realize that till coming back. I know. and then another boat ride from the ferry rides to the little island. And so like you're away from just any medical assistance, other than just like a random EMT on the island that was staying with us. But Pat cut his finger like the first few hours of getting on the island, and then the next week he cut his other finger and needed stitches. And then
Pat's
the following
clumsy.
week, yeah, I know. And then it just like gave me a whole nightmare. Like he's just, yeah.
And
It
you
was,
worried about
but it
infection
gave me
and-
something
Yeah.
to focus on. And then the third week he fell off of a scooter. So then the fourth week we just like, I had to tell him, sit down, don't move. And
You really got to want to build garbage houses to do this.
I
because
know.
It seems like such an
That's the last place I'd want to
undertaking.
cut my finger is in an Indonesian island where there's no
Yeah.
medical attention.
Yeah.
It's a great way
Yeah.
to fucking lose your finger.
Well, it definitely takes a unique type of person to want to get into a fist fight too. So it's just, I don't
I guess
know.
that's true. I would probably
Yeah.
never do that either.
Yeah, never
So-
voluntarily. If I was going somewhere to get punched in the face, I'd probably find a way to divert.
Right.
And go somewhere
like
else.
I said, I get bored with things, so I need to. I always I have the adventure itch all the time.
So was there any part when you were there, you're like, why am I here? Like was there any moment where you're
Yes.
like, this sucks. The beds where I'm sleepy is not comfortable. My reception
Yeah.
is shitty.
Yeah, a lot.
Bed is made of shoe boxes.
I mean, the
Doesn't make any
first week
sense.
I was having a good flow. Pat was having a lot of trouble with all the heat and stuff. I think he lost like 20 pounds. So the first week is just.
He's a big guy.
Yeah, he was definitely having trouble. He was.
He kept cutting his fingers.
Yeah, I know. He's bleeding.
I know.
Bring
I know.
gloves, stupid. Like, what are
Yeah.
you doing?
Well, yeah, and.
Sam said stupid. I didn't.
No. I meant bring gloves, and I looked at Jim and called him
Okay,
stupid.
fair enough.
He gonna be listening to this, No, but yeah, there is definitely a lot of times where I was just like, what am I doing here? This is so dumb. But once I finally saw the finished product, I was really just satisfied with what we were doing. And I feel like there was so much adjustment needing to be made, just like having, like, in order to get water, we had to walk one side to the island to the other to get water from like a little, pump thing or whatever. And then, or you could just buy a bottle of water. So like, to me, it just made more sense to buy a bottle of water because I was lazy. But then all of a sudden, it's like I'm just producing all this plastic, and I'm like, dang, it's just kind of like my
You build a living room with it.
Yeah, I know, but it kind of like defeats the purpose of what we're doing, just like little things like that. It made me conscious of like, dang, like just learning how to survive, let alone building a house at the same time. That was a really tough challenge, just to like live in a tent for a whole month, and then we had to
A
like,
tent you were in?
yeah, we were living.
I'm in and out in a day.
You wouldn't like that?
Yeah.
No.
You wouldn't spend 3 weeks in a
Under
tent?
no circumstances.
Oh.
But here's the thing with you about the water bottle, and you are right about the plastic, but if you think of it this way, like if you're drinking plastic, it's bottled, so you're not going to get any of the local water, which could be a stomach issue.
That's true.
And then
yeah.
you're not very
there was
effective.
What's
nothing
more
I could do
important?
about the stomach issue. That was definitely like just the food. The food was terrible too.
What'd you eat?
Well, by the end of the trip, I was just eating a lot of ramen noodle packets just because like it was just so bad. They would bring food from like the mainland to the island, and it's like a 30-minute boat ride to get to the island. So like there's like little shops and stuff where you could get snacks, and sometimes they'd have like cooked fresh food. Like one of the cooks was really nice, and he cooked really good food. But other than that, like the food that they brought every day was pretty bad.
Did it feel like it was going to make you sick or put you on the toilet? Or?
Did it give you guys bathroom difficulties?
Yeah, I had a lot of bathroom
Oh no, back to back on a
difficulties for
spackle
sure.
bucket. No, I hear
But
you.
it was a lot of like it was a lot of rice and like chicken and stuff like that. But sometimes they would like nothing was wasted, so sometimes it wouldn't be super fresh, and you'd have like flies and stuff. Or there was one time the chicken came back, it was like maggots on it. But
Oh.
yeah,
You didn't eat it, right?
no, heck no.
You just scrape them off. I think.
Jonathan,
Yeah.
my manager, he's gone to like Africa and like a lot of countries where they sell meat outdoors, and I've seen
Yeah,
footage
there's
of
just
it.
plates and stuff, and then there's just flies.
Flies?
Yeah.
They're landing on the food, and people
Yeah.
are okay with this. I'm like, how
Going
about some
to the garbage
saran
and
wrap?
coming back. Yeah.
We just talked to
Yeah.
a WWE guy, The Big Show, who said he had bathroom difficulties during a match one time.
Oh, that's right.
Mm.
Have you ever shit yourself in an octagon? Never.
He's asking me. Yes. I have.
No.
But that happens sometimes. There was
does.
famous footage
That's
of that.
unfortunate. It's really unfortunate.
I don't know who it's worse for, the person it happens to or the person they're fighting.
Yeah, I know, right? That's so gross. I will say though, one time when I was running track and cross country back in high school, one time I was running a race and I couldn't hold my bathroom. I peed, but I was just like, and then I had to go, and I had another race like later in that day, so I had my mom take me home and then come back.
No, you messed up.
Yeah.
Before they
It's just a little bit, but it's still like, oh, this is too much.
Yeah,
you get away with.
You have to go. They are telling us we only had you for a few minutes. It's Rose Namajunas on Twitter, Namajunas, and you're fighting Michelle Waterson this Saturday, 8 o'clock on Fox. And just one, I guess, more fight question is the champion, Ioana Jędrzejczyk, said that you met her and you were really nice, and then you said you wanted to fight her. She's like, I think she has a problem with her head. She said about you. So what is that about?
I don't know. I think that it's pretty self-explanatory. Like, everybody wants to fight her, right? She's the champ.
Yeah.
So you think she took it personally that you wanted to fight her?
I don't know. I think she just thinking about the wrong things. I think she thinking about me too much.
I like that. When did you shave your head, by the way? When did you buzz your hair off?
That was before I fought Paige.
Wait, and was that just because you wanted to go in and be a warrior? Like, this is just the thing you wanted to put out there?
Or is it in the way when you fight?
It definitely is in the way, not only like actually physically, like each round taking a break and like, hold on, let me fix my hair. But also psychologically, I never really knew what to do with my hair. I was always like a tomboy growing up. I just put it up, and so it's like, it just kind of was just there. And it's just, I don't really see the purpose in it.
Well, you have a good shaped head too. It would be shitty if you shaved your head and it was just lumpy. And
I know. I was kind of worried because I had this like little flat spot right here. So like,
I have a dent in the middle. We have a similar hairdo, and some would call it a hair don't. And there's a little dent in the middle of my head. So you have a great head, which is an odd compliment to give a person. But your head looks fine.
Thank you.
It works for you.
Symmetrical.
Right. We will take a quick break and come right back. And we have Michael McKean at 9 o'clock. Don't go anywhere.
Even the great radio minds have bladders that must be emptied. Jim Norton and Sam Roberts are back. After this.
It's Jim Norton, prostituting myself as usual. April 28th, 29th, I'll be at Magooby's in Baltimore. August the 5th, the Borgata in Atlantic City. And I may have some more dates to add, or check me out on Netflix. Or don't.
He's one of the most prolific switch hitters of all time and a future Hall of Famer. The man simply known as Chipper.
Chipper Jones with a two-run blast.
The Sirius XM Town Hall with Chipper Jones. Chipper discusses his legendary career and his new book, Ball Player, in front of a live audience at the First Baptist Church in Decatur, Georgia. The Sirius XM Town Hall with Chipper Jones. Hosted by Casey Stern. Today at 5 p.m. Eastern on MLB Network Radio. Sirius 209, XM 89.
Cancellation fee may apply, subject to eligibility. Not available in Alaska, Missouri, and Washington. Waiting period and deductible apply. Coverage provided and administered by Warrantech Corporation or its affiliates. Not affiliated with any manufacturer dealership. Visit tocowarranty.com for complete terms and conditions. You look stressed.
My car broke down. I just got a quote for the repair. I don't have that kind of money.
You don't have a vehicle service contract from Toco?
What's that?
Well, you know how drivers have auto insurance to protect against accidents? Well, this is a monthly service contract that protects against costly repairs. If it's covered in your policy, they pay. When my transmission and air conditioner broke, the Toco plan paid the whole thing. They dealt with the licensed mechanic, took care of the bill. They even paid for my car rental. And all Toco plans are backed by an AmTrust financial insurance carrier.
It must be expensive.
Not at all. There wasn't even a down payment, and I've already saved hundreds of dollars on repairs, not to mention the stress.
Protect yourself from the expense and stress of unexpected repairs. Call today for your free quote. 800-315-3082. That's 800-315-3082. 800-315-3082.
All right, listen up, because this is the most important thing you're going to hear all day. What if I said you could make money flipping houses without any cash, credit, or manual labor? And what if I said you could do it part-time from the comfort of your home? Sound unflippin' believable? Hi, I'm Preston Ely, and I'm going to prove it by sending you a free copy of my smash hit selling book, How to Get Rich in Real Estate. It sells online for $19.95, but I'm giving away free copies now. To get one before they're gone, call 1-800 1-800-600-6097. I used to be so broke. I had my electricity shut off 9 times, but I figured out a simple way to make money flipping houses without even breaking a sweat. Now I'm living the good life, and so should you. Listen, if you're sick and tired of stressing about money, this book could change your life. Hands down, it's the fastest, easiest way to get started in real estate. Let me prove it. Call right now to find out how to get your free book. When they're gone, they're gone. Call 1-800-600-6097. 1-800-600-6097.
Warning, if you're drowning in debt you can't afford, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to pay it all back, because you don't. What the credit card companies don't want you to know is that there's actually a way to get debt-free without paying off your entire debt or going bankrupt. If you have $5,000 or more in credit card debt, you now have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. For free information, call Credit Associates now. 1-800-900-8407. We'll even show you how much money you could save. If you can't afford to pay off all your debt, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to. Call Credit Associates now for free information on how to get debt-free faster than you ever thought possible without debt consolidation or bankruptcy. We depend on your success and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk. For free information, call now. 1-800-900-8407. That's 1-800-900-8407. 1-800-900-8407.
Baseball is back, so you dipping tobacco? That stuff can kill you. Relax. This is Jake's Mint Chew. It's made from USDA certified organic mint. Has no tobacco, no nicotine, and tastes great. I've been trying to get my dad to quit. Then go to jakesmintchew.com and order him some. Jake's Mint Chew really helped me. What? I said go to jakesmintchew.com and order some.
Go to jakesmintchew.com now. Chew healthy, chew mint. Now available in pouches.
The Champions League is on Sirius XM. Tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, hear the excitement of the quarterfinals. On Sirius XM FC 85, American team sensation Christian Pulisic leads Borussia Dortmund against AS Monaco.
Pulisic played in, takes it over the goalkeeper and scores!
Meanwhile, on Fox Sports Channel 83, it's a rematch of the 2015 final when Barcelona battles Juventus.
Oh, what a goal from Messi!
Don't miss the Champions League on Sirius XM.
You've been lied to by corrupt Washington politicians and the Wall Street propaganda machine. Hi, I'm Inc. magazine best-selling author Brett Kitchen, and I want to give you a free copy of my brand new book, Wealth Beyond Wall Street, because we all know another market crash could be right around the corner. After losing 35% in my IRA in the crash years ago, I said enough, and since then I discovered a way to grow money potentially double digits, reduce taxes dramatically, and also have my money protected when the next stock market crash hits. When the next market crash hits, you lose nothing. Call Wealth Beyond Wall Street now to get your free copy and talk with a specialist to discover this little-known strategy to get potential double-digit growth during good years and never lose when the next stock market crash hits, all while building a tax-advantaged retirement. Call 1-800-375-3232 to discover this asset that people like Walt Disney and JCPenney use to grow wealthy. Plus, get one of just 97 free books left. We even cover shipping and handling, no credit card required. Call 1-800-375-3232. 1-800-375-3232. That's 1-800-375-3232.
The good news? Our business is growing. The bad news? We have to hire again.
The searching.
Where do we look?
What if we hire the wrong person?
Actually, we could use ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter?
ZipRecruiter makes hiring fast and easy. With one click, our job would be posted to 100 leading job sites. But are the candidates any good? You bet. As soon as we post our job, ZipRecruiter starts identifying the best matches and notifies them to apply, all within minutes. Well, all right.
Whether you're looking to fill one position or 20, find the best candidates fast with ZipRecruiter. Find out why ZipRecruiter has been used by hundreds of thousands of businesses in a variety of industries nationwide. Right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/try-free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/try-free. ZipRecruiter.com/try-free.
Weekdays on FS1. There are some voices that can't be ignored. Culture of winning matters. Just ask Jason Whitlock.
I love you, but we're about to get into it today. You come at the king, you best not miss.
And Colin Cowherd.
It's time to grow up. Conflict draws people in. Everybody's a critic. Everybody gets an opinion. We'll You're watching a revolution.
Before the game, get the truth on Speak for Yourself. Weekdays at 5 Eastern on FS1.
The most skilled drivers.
Oh, the car washed up! A great save by Tony Gennard!
The fastest cars.
Charlie Kimball and Graham Rahal side by side nearly touched.
Horizon IndyCar Series.
Ryan Hunter-Reay just slung himself into the fourth position, getting around Will Power. Scott Dixon nearly got in the back of Penn.
This is Mark James. Join me and the entire Radio Network crew all season long for live flag-to-flag coverage of each and every lap here on Sirius 212 XM 209.
It doesn't matter what the weather's like when you have the right gear. Wet, cold, or both, Galway Bay has you covered. It's the best fitting outerwear in golf. For a limited time, Galway Bay is having a 50% off sale on select gear to make room for the 2017 designs. Go to gbagolf.com to see all the designs available. Make sure to use code SENDFREE at checkout for free shipping. Beat the elements with Galway Bay. High quality golf apparel, whatever the weather. That's gbagolf.com.
Tinkle time is over. More Jim and Sam now.
That was very good timing. Suck down those eggs.
Ew.
Went and tinkled and sucked down some eggs. I love Rose.
You love Rose?
Yeah, she's great. She's a really nice person and very fun.
She's so. I really like her, and she's so nice, and she's so funny, and she's so cute.
She is, but she's also a very good fighter. And I enjoy chatting with her. She's very honest.
What's Johnny doing today?
I think that's my favorite thing when you talk to somebody is if they just answer your questions and kind of tell you the truth.
Yeah. Well, that's what you.
But I mean, a lot don't.
A lot don't.
A lot of people don't. A lot of the people are evasive. It's like, oh, I don't know.
These kids just don't understand.
Well, they do. I mean, I'll ask The Rock when I eventually talk to my pal.
Yeah, that's how you know you're pals with somebody, when I eventually talk to him.
It's the way it is. It's a friendship from afar. It's a mutual admiration of two celebrities.
I see.
Sam doesn't get it.
I
you
know.
Understand it, Adrian?
Totally get it, dude.
Thank you, bro.
Bro.
I got a plug today. Before Mike McKean comes in, I'm sure he'll be here shortly.
Michael.
I said Michael.
You said Mike.
Oh, did I say Mike?
Yeah.
Well, that's what his name is. Mikey! That's how I'm going to say when he walks in. Yeah, Mikey Mac. He's going to go nuts. Coming out today, you can go to Riotcast now or iTunes. The brand new Chip Chipperson podcast is out.
Oh, sweet.
First episode. And it's a big hit already. It's out today. You can get it. And there will be video following probably in a few days.
You video all of them?
Why wouldn't we? They're not going to be that long. These two are the longest two we're going to do. One was 22 minutes, and the second one might be a little longer, but not much. Mm-hmm. But do we have a theme song? Here's the theme song. It's not long.
Hey, what's up, party people?
Let's go! Chip has a fucking podcast. Chip has a fucking podcast. Chip has a fucking podcast. Chip has a fucking podcast.
Fuck yeah! Welcome to the Chip
There you go.
podcast. That's the theme song.
That's terrible.
It's great. It's going to be a hit.
So embarrassing.
Like, what do you... Is that embarrassing, Travis?
Yeah. Was that Jamie?
Yeah. I said, will you help me out? And he goes, oh, yeah, he loves Chip.
He's been wanting to do something with Chip for a long time.
He wants Chip on his podcast. He's like, I want to do a segment. That's why I love Jamie. He just loves Chip.
He does love him. But, like, it's going to be really embarrassing. Because it's one thing, like, if we had developed a segment for Chip on this show, because then he still would have lived within the confines of the show. But the idea that it's just a podcast and there's no wall breaking at all.
No context.
There's no context. It's just like, what's he doing?
There's a very, very big interview in the first one. And there's also, there's going to be some interviews, some phone interviews.
Why?
Because you have to have Chip interacting with people.
Oh.
And it's,
it's not enough for Chip to just give his hot takes?
That's a great, there you go. New segment.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah.
A new Chip's hot takes.
Chip's hot takes.
What would they be? Like on subjects? Go.
Yeah, we could do it here.
Nah, wait.
For the Chip podcast.
Yeah, it's really hot. It's a hot podcast.
It seems like it.
It's a hot podcast.
And it's really good because when people look it up, they're going to have to spell podcast.
Oh, it just happened.
Yeah, it's just kind of an extra A in there.
Travis, you think the theme song's embarrassing?
Yeah, it's just the whole thing's embarrassing.
It's bad.
Yeah.
I know that the amount of people that listen to Riotcast and don't know who you or Chip are is probably going to be very little. But I would be interested to hear the feedback of people who have no idea.
Yeah, me too. Because Chip
on.
is also going to war with all the other podcasts.
Is he?
Yeah, he's already
On the
started.
same network?
Yeah, it's a garbage network, and they're all terrible. Yeah, Chip wants to be number one. Yeah, it's going to be ugly.
That's not how it works.
No,
It's the
I know.
same.
I know.
Everybody's helping each other, and
yeah, he started out attacking Rich and Bonnie and Nick DiPaolo.
So the idea is that there'll be advertising on this podcast.
Eventually, yeah. I'll be honest. I'll break the wall here. We tape. Excuse me. We taped the first two. The first one, I had a co-host who was gracious enough to come aboard. Somebody I've worked with very closely over the years, and he was a minute late for the first one.
What?
Which he was spoken to about on the air
by
Chip. That's right. Chip wasn't happy that he was late.
Fucking late.
No, it just there was things that weren't supposed to be on the podcast. Chip complained that wound up making it on.
Oh, I see.
So, yeah, Anthony was my co-host for the first two.
Oh, that's fun.
It was very fun.
So sometimes the producer and the editor are not quite in sync with what Chip wants in terms of editing?
Yeah, like he wants something taken out and they leave it in.
They do?
Yeah.
So then the next week, Chip should be back on the podcast complaining about that. You didn't fucking take it out.
Well, once he notices it, yeah, he hasn't realized.
Right.
But those things will be addressed.
I think they should.
On the radio.
I think they absolutely should.
Or he might forget because he wants to sleep with his producer.
Does he?
Just like Jim does, Travis.
I don't know what you're waiting for.
Travis is going to cough it up.
Yeah, take me out for Froyo.
Hey, when are we doing Ant Show, by the way?
I don't know.
We're doing it soon, but it's a pre-record.
Okay.
So
pre-record. The fuck is he to pre-record?
We'll
he's taking vacation.
That creep. Where's he going? From where?
He's going on a
Humanity?
He's going on a cruise.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's talking about that.
Oh, he's going for a drive?
Yeah. Save him for the
Oh,
Chip
no,
podcast.
he's going for a cruise. Check Rosie O'Donnell. What are her cruises? Ant's finally fucking coming out.
Wait. But
The light
Rosie
partner.
O'Donnell's cruises are the gay cruises.
Yeah, that's where he's going.
Are you and Colin going with him?
No. Oh, stop trying to get the rest of the story because you know it's good.
I want to know what the rest of the story is. So before we were interrupted by our guest, Rose, we were at this place where Jim and Colin had gone out for a gay meal together, and then they were going for dessert, and they'd gone to Froyo, and Jim had gotten come and doo-doo Froyo.
Yep.
And that's kind of where we left off, but we were led to believe that there was much more.
Well, we're sitting there talking, and Colin had his, and then I said, because I put a little bit of coconut shavings on mine.
Sure.
And I said, I want some more. And I got up and had Michael McKean's here. Well, he can wait. All right, you know what?
I thought you wanted to tease
Now
again.
let's talk to Michael McKean.
What? No, I got to know what happened with the
we'll tell
coconut.
I don't want to make a legend wait. He's coming in.
We got a little more though.
Nah, no
we
more
know
time.
we know there's coconut
and coconut shavings.
We
are
know-
on there. I'll make sure I turn this mic on. I did. I'm such a good host. Hi,
We know
Michael.
there's
How are you, sir?
coconut shavings.
Good to see you.
Hello, Michael.
Ben, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good.
The beard is new.
The beard is new. It's a professional beard. I'm doing a play at the old Friedman Theater.
What are you doing in the play?
I'm doing Little Foxes.
That was a movie years ago with Jodie Foster. Or am I thinking of something
No,
totally
that was
different?
Foxes, which was shot under the title 20th Century Foxes. But then 20th Century Fox decided not to release it. You're talking to the wrong people here. If you want no answer, don't ask me.
Wait, so that was you remember Fox was like Robbie Robertson, Jodie Foster, right?
Robbie Robertson?
Wasn't he in Foxes, or am I crazy? Can we look that up?
You
are a fountain of misinformation.
I might
this
be.
morning.
I saw the beard. It threw me. I might be wrong.
No facts.
it's Jodie Foster, and it was Cherie Curry of The Runaways. Was really good in it.
You're right.
And it was directed by Adrian Lin, who did Flashdance.
But you are not doing a stage
No.
interpretation of this film.
That's what I was hoping for. Are you playing the Jodie Foster part? Oh.
I couldn't get into either. No, Little Foxes was written in 1939 by Lillian Hellman, and it was a movie with Bette Davis, and it's been done a few times since then, and we got Cynthia Nixon and Laura Linney, and it's kind of awesome. Yeah, it's really good.
Are you watching Feud? With Bette Davis and Joan Crawford, and I never cared about that. And Esty from the Comedy Cell was like, "You gotta watch." So I started watching it. I'm like, I'm addicted to it.
I started watching
really
it.
good.
Yeah. Guys, I got to be honest with you. We gave it a shot because we were really looking forward to it, and it just I ain't buying it.
You didn't like it, okay?
Well, it's like haven't these people ever been on a movie set? Not talking about the actors, obviously.
Right.
But it doesn't. It's not convincing to me. It doesn't ring true.
What is it that loses you about it? 'Cause what part do you go like,
it just doesn't look like it looks on a movie set, doesn't feel like it feels on a movie set. And the rest of it's just that kind of glamoury thing, you know. I love Jackie Hoffman. Everybody's fine in it, you know. I think Susan Sarandon, always great. I mean, come on, he's fabulous. But Jackie Hoffman, who plays the maid, who is an old friend of mine, she's kind of nailing it, you know. Yeah. She's hilarious. She's in the Willy Wonka musical that's opening too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you think it rings like it doesn't feel like a movie set.
But it's not unusual in that way. There's Jackie Hoffman. It's not unusual in that way. It's hard to get right for some reason. There are very few films about making films that ring true at all.
What do you think is one that got it right?
Day for Night, Truffaut. From the early 70s, Francois Truffaut, a film called Day for Night, which was about the making of a film. And it's kind of nails it, you know. It's kind of got the right feel to it.
What do you do when two people of that stature and are fighting each other? I mean, I'm imagining some of it's based in truth. Like maybe the studio did push this big feud just to kind of keep interest going. But what do you do when two of your stars are going at it? I mean, do you favor one, or do you keep them separate, or do you just everyone shuts up when they argue?
It depends on who you are. I mean, it depends on what kind of a filmmaker you are, or what kind of studio boss you are. If you think that the sparring is going to sell some tickets, and then that's what you do. Otherwise, you make some decisions. But it never winds up meaning anything anyway. There have been times when, oh my God, we got this, and everyone's getting along, and it's terrific, and the movie's a big flop. There's other times when it's the opposite, when they're sparring and not getting along. I'm being very general here.
Sure.
But it's you can't tell. Nobody knows anything, as William Goldman put it.
And you're here obviously to promote the DVD of Used Cars, which is all I want to talk about. I've talked to you about it last time. I think the most underrated comedy of all time is Used Cars.
It's a pretty funny movie.
Oh, it's so great.
Yeah.
And you have a wonderful cameo in that as a videographer.
Yes. David Lander and
I. Don't you hate women? It's my favorite line. Movie history when the fucking top comes off.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great film. What do you think makes a comedy like that? It's almost like Observe and Report was never a gigantic hit, but Mall Cop was. Like it seems like some of the meaner comedies don't.
Yeah, I think that's maybe. I think a lot of it has to do with kind of what works as a date movie. That sounds really kind of idiotic, but there's a movie called The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, which I think is one of the best horror movies I've ever seen. Yeah, and I love the 50s version of that same story. But this was a great turn your stomach scary monster movie, and I think the reason it didn't work was because there's no dames in it. And it's not a movie that made sense to women because there were no women in it. There were no women to be threatened by the experience, and so it just wasn't a good date movie. So people, that movie should have been a smash.
I didn't know it wasn't
Alien.
A smash hit.
No, it was. I mean, it did okay, but it really could have been a big movie.
It's probably one of those that, like, in hindsight, is a hit. You know what I mean? Like it had this life after the theater.
Sure. Yeah. Well,
and now it's this legendary thing.
Same thing with. I was in a movie called Clue, which did nothing at the box office.
We spoke about that.
Yeah. And it's like, everybody knows that movie. People who know me know that movie. It's very interesting, vice versa.
I spent a lot of time as a kid watching that movie, Clue. Yeah. That was one of the movies I watched over and over again. Yeah, and, you get the closing line. I'm going to go home and sleep with my wife.
My one ad lib in the whole movie.
Really?
Yes.
I'm a kid watching that. I didn't get it until probably 10 years after I had seen it.
You wouldn't have got it unless you said Dad.
Because earlier in the movie, he says, the reason that there was blackmail against this character is because he worked for the government and he was a homosexual.
Right.
And he says this thing, but when I was a kid, I didn't know anything. I didn't know what he was talking about, so it just went right over my head. And then he says this thing at the end, and I remember every time I watched it as a little kid going, well, yeah, who else is he going to sleep with? Of course that's what he's going home to do. And I go back like 10 years later and watch it, and I go, oh, my God, that's what that meant.
That's what that meant.
Yeah.
So you ad-libbed it knowing it would be the last line of the film?
No. We just, that particular pass at the ending, whatever the original thing, didn't have a punchline per se. But I said it, and it tickled the director, and they shot it, and it stayed in. So
Did you, when you shot Clue, did you know, because the movie has like the 3 endings, and when you watch it on home video or whatever, you see all 3. But so you don't know necessarily when you're shooting which is the ending, or do you?
No, we knew from having read the script that there were going to be 3 different endings.
Right.
But it's still, we just shot it like a film. Right. Except we shot it in sequence, which is rare. But everyone was in the same wardrobe. Everyone was available for the whole 12 weeks. And there were only 2 sets. So, it's sort of like, why not do it in sequence if you can? And, so you can watch me gain about 5 pounds because we had a really good craft service guy at that.
I'm a fucking pig on a set.
It's hard not to. I know. You go, hey, I'm working very hard. I deserve this macaroni and cheese at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, I sit in a honey wagon just shoveling M&Ms in my face.
Yeah.
Sickening.
Yeah.
It's lonely and embarrassing. Just looking at that step-down toilet. It's the worst.
Yeah.
It is the worst. So you're promoting, by the way, Better Call Saul season 3 premieres tonight.
That's right.
10 o'clock on AMC.
Yep.
And it's doing really, really well.
Yeah, people like it.
Yes, for a show like kind of a spin-off show to be as popular as this is pretty amazing.
Yeah. Well, I think it's down to Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould, the creators of the show, who are just kind of real wonky about writing good. So they don't let either one leave the building until it's good. So we're just lucky. It's one of the few jobs I've ever had where I never had a question. I never had, what does this mean here? What is this? Because everything was there for a reason. Everything makes sense as far as the characters go. Even when they throw us a curve, it's a curve that makes sense. And then we have to work on how to hit that curve.
Do you question shitty writing when you see it? Or questionable things? Because you are you, so you could probably get away with asking.
Yeah, but you try not to take something that's shitty to begin with or going to turn shitty at the moment. But we don't always know. You get talked into doing something and everybody's on the set going, oh.
Do you realize pretty quick once you're on the set, like, boy, we all got hoodwinked here?
Yeah, well, not necessarily hoodwinked, just kind of like a miscalculation. I did a film. I won't talk about who it was or what. And the directors were very game, and they had a nice script that they had written, and they were directing, and it was like, okay, here we go. And then I realized that they were so under the gun from budget people, and it was a very, very small budget film, that it became about that. And I kind of watched the director and the producer and the other writer kind of crumple under it and kind of start, losing stuff as we went. And you go, this is not going to be the good movie that was in the page. But you can't always know that. You do something and you hope that it's a nice bunch of people anyway.
And obviously, I'm surprised you're not living off of the money you made for the soundtrack from This Is Spinal Tap that wasn't able to, $98?
Yeah, something like, I can't talk about any of that.
Oh, you're not allowed? Oh, because it's happening.
It's a whole big deal, yeah.
Okay.
I can talk about what a swell band they were, and how much fun it was doing it.
There's a lawsuit that I was going to ask you, but I do understand if you can't talk about it if it's in the middle of it. So, all right, but I had to ask. I'll just say this: good luck, and I hope you get what you're entitled to.
Hey,
absolutely.
Listen, if it makes a profile for creative people not getting screwed, then that's a good thing.
And so the audience is aware. There's a lawsuit going on with a bunch of you guys from Spinal Tap against the people who own.
And now I can say no more.
Yeah, right. Michael is
You're not saying anything, but that's from what I've read, and it's about who gets the royalties and all that.
So good luck, whatever happens. I hope you get what you want. Let's just say in general, in Hollywood or with music or with movies, it is amazing how many times studios or producers or whatever screw talent in general.
Well, yeah, but that's if you go back to look at the history of Roulette Records, let's say, or some other record labels that signed writers. So a guy would come in with a song, record it, he'd wind up with $20, and then after a couple of oldies shows, it becomes a money making machine that the person who created it doesn't get a chunk of. That's always been kind of criminal.
Yeah, a lot of those guys made literally no money on their music.
Yeah.
And, now it's kind of hard to do that because everything is digitally. Like if you get played on Sirius XM, they know how many times and they have to pay you on it.
Yeah, it has become the marketing of something has replaced the creation of it. Creating something and putting it out on the internet is just kind of step one. And then you try and generate all this stuff. Not me and not you.
Right.
But I mean, there are people who do that, who have an outlet for their creativity, but it's not going to always result in anything other than a higher profile.
And I don't know his real name. I did know it. He played Laverne's father on comedian. What was his name?
Phil Foster.
Phil Foster passed away not long ago, right?
Oh, no, he passed.
Was it a while ago? You know what? Maybe we just
Long
talked
time ago.
about him. He came up on the show recently.
Yeah. He was awesome. He was one of those guys who was always on the lookout for a new joke. You know, so if I got out of my car in the parking lot in Paramount, walking toward stage 20, if I saw Phil outside stage 20, I would know that he had a joke for me. And always, he'd see me coming, he'd signal to me, you know, and he'd tell me some new joke he'd heard.
By the way, for the record, he died in 1985.
Yeah,
I couldn't have been wronger. It just came up on the show.
Really
so I heard this week.
32 years off, that's all.
Yeah, it happens a lot. I've done that too on dates.
32 years off.
Oh, you said you were 45. All right.
File photo.
So this show, now, can you tell us anything about what's going on in season 3, or where do you pick up that you can mention?
The people who've been watching the show know exactly where they are, and AMC's been firing off the last season's shows. They've been showing those too, I believe, and Netflix has too as well. So you know what? Let's just say that the feud between the McGill brothers is ratcheting up. High.
Do you worry when you're doing press that you might say something and give away something that you're not supposed to? Like,
no, because I'm inherently lazy.
Oh.
So I don't read anything I'm not supposed to say because I know I'm not supposed to say anything. That's just kind of the general rule. But like I say, those who have been following are going to have to follow us into some real dark areas.
Wait, in the script, do you not read the whole script? You only read your part?
Oh, no, I read the whole script.
Oh, okay.
But there's a certain amount of what we called BBBML. Blah, 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 my line.
Oh.
So I do read a script. That way. But I know what's going on, essentially, but I deliberately don't read too deeply in the stuff I'm not in, so that when I watch the show, I can go, holy shit, look what happens, you know? I don't want to know all, you know, there's a lot of stuff, with no dialogue that Jonathan Banks' character, Mike, kind of gets into this, you know, he's doing his own entrapping and stuff, and that's so complex to read. So I just kind of skim through that, and when it happens on the air, it's like, man, he's a clever bastard.
You can watch it kind of as a fan and enjoy it as well.
Like, well, listen, I was a big Breaking Bad fan. I love the way these guys tell a story. So yeah,
people are really excited that Gus is a part of this show now.
That's right. Yeah.
And I feel like it takes so much discipline to do a show like this, because like the guys who created it, like the instinct may be to just give Breaking Bad fans everything all at once, to wait as long as they've waited to start organically introducing some of these characters that we know fans have been waiting for the entire time. Is skillful, I think.
Well, I think so too. I think it's part of the design of the show, and it's great work.
Did you want to sing at all when you were growing up? I mean, you guys had a single, you and David Landers. I don't remember what it was called.
We did an album. For Casablanca Records, right in the middle of the whole disco and
Kiss. They did all the Kiss's stuff too.
Yeah. Donna Summer and the Village People, and it was really disco central.
I saw them in concert, by the way, when I was a boy.
Kiss or
both, and the Village People.
Yeah, did you?
Yes, I did, sir.
But you turned out okay.
Some would say.
No,
Sister
everyone's
Sledge.
shaking their heads, ladies and gentlemen. You can't see this.
Yeah, you really assumed a lot there.
So, was your album? Did you sing on it? I've never heard the album. What did you do on the album?
Oh my God, it was a lot of fun. You can there's a thing online called WFMU. And they've stopped outputting stuff, but it's kind of a radio station, kind of an online radio station too. But if you go to WFMU, Lenny and the Squig Tones, you can dig up a free copy, because it's not available anywhere else, and it's some really funny stuff.
When Lenny and Squiggy became the popular characters that they became, is there any part of you, I'm assuming most of you is just enjoying that ride, but is there any part of you that goes like, uh-oh, like I'm a popular standout character on a big sitcom, like this could be
Will I ever do anything else?
Yeah.
A lot of things happened in nice order for me.
Yeah.
The first big job I had after, while Laverne and Shirley was still happening toward the end, was a movie called Young Doctors in Love, which was Gary Marshall's first film. And it was kind of a, airplane-style goofball movie. But it was totally different. I had bleach blonde hair, and I was like good looking and well dressed and everything. So it was exactly the opposite of what I'd been doing on TV. The next thing that I did was Spinal Tap. So it's like if I had died after those 3 gigs, no one could say he was a one-trick pony.
Right.
You know? So it just kind of by happenstance, because I think you get typecast not from your first role, but from your second role. If your second one is just like your first role, that's
there it is.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you
I've never seen it.
Do you know like what a cult classic that thing has become?
No, but I've had young people tell me it was tight. I didn't know we were making a tight movie, but apparently no. I've seen some of it recently. I think it's a pretty funny movie. And it was fun to do.
I love that movie, but it reminded me when we were talking about Feud and how like it's not quite right in terms of what the industry is actually like. Like there are scenes in the movie Airheads that like for a radio station, like I talk about it with Travis all the time. Like we've run boards like that, and when he says there's a saying, Milo, if it's too loud, you're too old, and then just pots everything up. It's like that doesn't. The volume is just on one. Not,
well, that was a call back to the moment in Risky Business, which is like one of those iconic things. It's just stolen from. Some movies are juicy enough, you have to take shit. Every movie that has a person going through a doorway at the end, that's The Searchers, that goes back a long way to the John Wayne movie, But you'll see that motif over and over again, because people, nothing's all the way new, You might as well steal from the best.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize I'm probably forgetting it. What did you do in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
I have one little scene as this highway patrolman.
Oh, right, where you pull them over. Okay, that's
pull them over in their burned up car.
That's another one of the funniest films of all time that you've been involved in.
Movie, yeah. I had very little to do with it, but I get like fourth billing.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
No, I know. I remember the scene now. I just couldn't put my finger on it. Now, you mentioned Gary Marshall, who we had interviewed a few times. A really nice guy, passed away recently. How many projects did you work on with it?
Well, Laverne and Shirley, and then Young Doctors in Love, and that's pretty much it. But we stayed friends. There were, a couple times he called me to do something in a film, and I was not available. And but he was just one of those guys. He always come to see me in plays and everything. He was just a major dude, and it was one of those guys that you couldn't even put together a roast because everyone loved him so much to trash him. You know?
I don't know about that. It's always fun to watch people catch a beating. The nicer they are.
But he would have laughed.
He would have, right?
He and Jerry Belson wrote a play called The Roast, with it. Rob Reiner was in a Broadway play, and it closed very quickly. But I'd love to read it sometime.
Now, was it about an actual comedic roast?
Yeah, it was about a roast.
Now, was it about? Did it closed? Was it were they showing the roast, or was it about the makings and behind the scenes? You don't know.
I just remember because we were just starting to work on Spinal Tap when it happened. And, because Rob would quote stuff from it, it made me laugh and everything, but apparently it just didn't work as a play,
Have you had anything that opened and closed like that quickly, or something that you thought was going to be this great project just didn't go?
I suppose. I had a play called Superior Donuts, which only ran 3 months, which I thought should have run longer.
What was it about?
It was about this guy who'd kind of dug a hole and climbed into it. A guy who fancied himself a draft dodger and came back to reclaim his family business, which was this crappy little donut shop. And it was kind of a nice play, but it didn't run a long time.
And I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can we find the synopsis Adrian you just had of This Is the Roast? A group of successful comedians who viciously backbite to maintain their success, destroying their personal lives and relationships in the process, come together to roast, mock, and honor one of their own. Well, I wonder if it was maybe people just didn't like seeing comedians like that back then, and maybe there wasn't enough. I don't know.
Maybe it should be looked at again.
Because roasting now is that's something they should probably revisit. It's so popular now; it's almost overdone.
Comedy culture is every comedian that does a podcast and gets into their craft, and people are so interested in the world of comedians. I don't know that they were.
Yeah, and there's also a lot of self-focus, which works to varying degrees. Comedy about comedy. Like Crashing and Nobodies, which I saw the first couple of episodes of Nobodies the other night. It was really,
what's that?
It's really funny. It's about this comedy trio who were kind of trying to get started as in the the world of big TV. It's very cute. And sometimes, like I say, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There was a movie last year called Don't Think Twice. Mike Birbiglia movies, which was really, really good.
Oh, that was the improv movie.
Yes.
Yeah,
Really I thought they kind of got it right. I kind of got the tone of it was really right, and it was a great cast.
Did you feel like For Your Consideration was a movie that like gets the sort of...
I think so, but it was more specifically, I mean, it did, the stuff on the set was pretty accurate for a low-budget piece of crap kind of movie, which was what they were making,
Home for Purim.
Home for Purim. But, and, it was also that usual wash of idiots that Chris manages to put together. I think they got it pretty right.
I love it. And it gets the whole, like, sort of, not only what it's like on the set, but just watching people's like their heads start spinning about the idea that there could be an award here, and then desperation is right.
Yeah, it's a pretty thing.
The clip of you, I think on this press tour, talking about the process of getting Spinal Tap sold has kind of been all over the place, about how you guys didn't have a script, you just made a short version of the movie and that's what got sold.
Right.
Do you think, because I was watching that and the first thing that occurred to me was that in 2017, because I would think young filmmakers would watch that and maybe be inspired by it, but I don't think that is possible anymore, just because it is so easy now for anybody to put together a 20-minute short, you know what I mean? The fact that...
Right, is
there's so much to go through to find that one good one.
The field has become broad.
Yes.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
And somebody, I think I've said this before, Tom Papa, the comedian, said that the difference between this generation that's young now and mine is that he's like, they don't ask for permission, they just shoot stuff. And I kind of admire that. Like, people shit on YouTube stars, and some of them are bad, but the fact that they're just doing it and editing themselves and not asking and waiting, and that's why a lot of them get stuff done. It really makes me sick about myself that I don't do that.
It makes me sick about you, too.
Thank you very much, Michael. I appreciate that. There should be more of me out there. That's what I'm saying.
I think a lot of the younger people, too, aren't necessarily so focused on getting something sold. Like, they don't even know that part of the world yet, that they're just so, like, they're shooting it and they're just putting it up.
The fame
and
is more important than not,
Yeah, it's eyes.
They're trolling. They're trolling, and if they get a bite, okay.
Right.
Do you think David Landers had a harder time, because we talk about being typecast, because when you guys would walk in, the thing was always him going, hello, and I wonder if that made it harder for people to see him as something other than that.
Well, I don't know. David's kind of a unusual case, though, because he's been ill. He's got multiple sclerosis, and he's so it's like there's kind of a certain limitation, but he does voiceovers and stuff, and what he should do, he should have a sports channel to himself, a baseball channel. Big baseball guy, big Pittsburgh Pirates fan. And I never know when to call him during baseball season. I have to check the schedule.
No, you should call during the 8th inning. That's the best time to call. What's wrong with you?
I made the mistake of calling him a day after it looked like the Pirates, it was in 2013, it looked like the Pirates were really going to do it. And I called him, I gave David a call, the next day. So I called him up, and they were just losing their ass at that just point. Yeah, well, thanks a lot, McKean. I was like, okay.
Are you a phone call guy? It's so funny when I hear somebody calls an old friend. I've become such a texting asshole. It's hard to pick up the phone.
You know what? I do that too. It's just because we're so busy being ourselves, I guess, and how boring that can be. So I don't want to share that. There are people I like to talk to on the phone, but usually I'm not a big phone guy.
Are you an easily distracted person? I tend to be.
Yeah, I am. I do. Sometimes I'll be watching TV, I'll be alone, and I'll just take my guitar out and I'll start playing the guitar, and then wonder why I'm not following the show better. So I think I self-distract quite a bit. And
playing the guitar, I kind of do that metaphorically.
Yeah.
Strum along a different instrument.
Yeah, we're looking at different things online, I'm sure.
The bald pink guitar. What you're talking about.
But it is funny how all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I haven't watched a line in 2 minutes. I've missed 2 minutes of this, and I didn't even realize I was missing it.
Yeah. And then which show is this I'm watching again? Is this the one? Oh no, wait a minute. No, Elizabeth Marble is not president in this one. Okay.
Which one was that?
She was almost the president in House of Cards.
Right.
And she's gonna be the president in Homeland, unless I don't know something, so don't say anything. But I've been watching Homeland, but I'm about 3 behind.
3 seasons or episodes?
I read
3 episodes.
I read something on Twitter about what happened last night.
Okay, don't say.
Yeah.
Don't say.
You're gonna want to see it. You're gonna want to see it.
Shut up. I'll make you watch Citizen Kane.
That was. Is that now universally hailed by a lot of people? Greatest film ever.
Citizen Kane?
Because of the camera work and what he did with mirrors.
It's because it's one of a kind.
I was saying, do you think it's that great, or do you think it's just more unique?
It's an amazing movie, and it is unique, and it was made by a 25-year-old.
That's right.
You know,
crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, what's the greatest film ever made? It's like you can't pin that down. You know, North by Northwest.
Airheads.
That's one of my favorites. No, Airheads is not.
Okay,
not
you
top
can
10.
pin that down.
I like Airheads fine.
Okay,
that's right. He was 25. I always thought it was so funny that Ed Wood was so freaked out that Orson Welles did that years before. He's like, he was 25 and he done Citizen Kane. But Ed Wood, it's so funny when someone can make such a mess of a film, and then 30 or 40 years later you look back and go, there's something great about that.
Well, I remember when I was a little kid, there was a magazine called Famous Monsters of Filmland, which was huge. It was a big thing. Every month there was just there's all these pictures of monsters and shit. And they should have called it Monsters and Shit. I would have bought that too.
Yeah, with the ampersand.
There's your FMOF there. But you know, from the get-go, you know, it was like we would just kind of follow things along. But in 1958, when it was like a 2-year-old movie, Plan 9 from Outer Space was already being hailed as the worst movie ever made.
It was.
Oh yeah, and like it was just, and we didn't see it because it didn't show in theaters. We didn't see it until it was on TV, and then it was like, oh my God, this is fucking hilarious.
You did enjoy it.
Oh, it's amazing. It's a great movie. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Have you seen The Room?
Yes. Yes, I have. Yes.
Do you love it to the same extent?
No, because because Plan 9 from Outer Space has zombies from space. The Room doesn't really.
There was some inconsistencies. Plan 9 from Outer Space, though, there was a few shots from day to night that I had issues with. Like, there was a few technical consistency issues.
They shot it day for noon.
It really is, and that's one of my favorite films is Ed Wood. I mean, Martin Landau is amazing.
Oh, I love that movie.
Who was your favorite monster when you were a kid and you'd look at these monsters? Really?
Karloff's, yeah.
As Frankenstein?
Yeah, but also Karloff as an actor, because he was almost 50 when he first played Frankenstein. Almost 50 years old. And it's like the beginning of his career. He'd been this kind of general purpose guy. And but he became a really, really good actor. I think he was always a pretty good actor, but he kind of developed that. There are these movies like the Man They Couldn't Hang, The Devil Commands, all these cool movies. The Black Room, which is where he plays, twins. It's like the great evil twin movie. You'd really dig that. But he's really good. I mean,
what year were these films? They're like in the 30s or 40s?
40s, yeah.
And Frankenstein was what, in 50? 51?
32.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're consistently off by at least 20.
No, well, I normally, I'm going to give you a little of the blame on this one, because I thought you were saying that they were before he hit with...
No, because like I say, his career began at 48 or whatever he was.
What did he do before then?
He did a lot of, small roles. He played Indians. He was in Scarface, the original Scarface with Paul Muni. He plays a gangster in that. So that was actually around the same time.
Karloff couldn't smell my shit. I love how annoyed Bela Lugosi.
Oh my God! Oh my God! And of course, Karloff was a gentleman, and all he would say about Lugosi was, "Well, Bela never really learned the language." He just thought, it was his way of saying the guy couldn't act his way out of a paper bag. But he was a great Bela Lugosi. Period. I mean, nobody did that. You just got to give credit where credit was due. He was the greatest Bela Lugosi there could be,
When I was a kid, my favorite, when you'd watch Abbott and Costello, was the Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
Sure.
With Karloff and Lugosi.
No, not Karloff.
No, wasn't Karloff?
No, it was Glenn Strange played the monster.
Oh, how humiliating.
You think you're playing with kids here?
I didn't, well, yay! Wait, so Glenn Strange, why wasn't Karloff it? I didn't realize it.
Well, Karloff kind of outgrew the role. This was already late 40s, and Karloff was in his, early 60s by now. So Glenn Strange had been, I guess he had been doing it. I think he played it in House of Dracula. House Frankenstein, House of Dracula.
Wait a minute. Starring Abbott and Costello and Boris Karloff.
No.
That's a different.
No,
I'm sure
that's a movie. That's a movie called Abbott and Costello Meet the Killer. Boris Karloff. His name is in the title.
Oh, that's
different,
Adrian
but
brought
that's
that up.
not. But
Stop
that's,
trying to blame everybody for your inconsistencies.
But I knew that there was a.
You got it wrong, bro.
I
and then we got releasing doves at funeral goes horribly wrong.
That's for. I mean, you can see that now if you want.
Those are our news stories.
A dove gets hit by a truck. It's hilarious.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's great.
Yeah, we get little news blurs. By the way, if you know, we're listening to talk to Michael McKean. He is promoting Better Call Saul Season 3, and it premieres tonight at 10 o'clock on AMC. And on Twitter, it's MJ McKean, McKean.
Yep.
Because I might spell that wrong with an O.
How great.
That's how Nancy McKean spells it.
From The Facts of Life.
That's right.
Joe.
Yes.
Got it.
I always kind of liked her.
Nice lady, but she can't spell her last name correctly.
Oh, well, she says it with an O?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was always more of a Lisa Welcher guy. Welch. You remember Blair?
Yes, I do. Yeah, sure.
That doesn't hold up, that show.
This would be a great second season of Feud, by the way.
What?
Lugosi and Karloff.
Oh my God!
Wouldn't that be a great second season?
And they did several films together. Like the one that Lugosi was best in was The Body Snatcher. Body Snatcher. Was he in The Body Snatcher, or was he in? I know he was in Bedlam. I think he was in The Body Snatcher as well.
Jim believes that film was produced in 1974.
Which film?
The Donald Sutherland version? Are you talking about?
That's the
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
That is a good film.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, Karloff and Lugosi were in that one together, and that's the best Lugosi's ever been.
I love those
that's
old.
the movie. That's
great.
the one. Then that's second season of Feud right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't you love those old movie posters? Like, there's a huge market for those old, like, lobby cards.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I don't know how you know if they're legit or not, though. If they're, like, really old, there's ways to tell.
Yeah, I don't know those ways, but
you have to be in the culture.
Yeah, and you have to go to a real dusty old store.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, a place with like a big, some thick dust and you know, without any pinholes in it, because they didn't use pinholes. They put them in a little sheath. You know, but if you see pinholes in them, that means they've been around and stuck on walls before. So.
Although some of them that might be the only way you can get them if it's ultra rare.
Yeah.
Do you collect anything? Are you a collector of anything?
No. If I stumble upon something like that, I do have a lobby card from Karloff's The Mummy in my right over my toaster in New York. And I also have a picture of Eric Bogosian on the toilet.
Wow, that's a great picture. Why?
Autographed picture of Eric Bogosian on the toilet. So in that sense, yes, I'm a collector.
Now, what movie was that from, the toilet that he was in?
You know, it was a publicity shot.
Oh, just a shot of him on the toilet?
He's on the reading the New York Times, smoking a cigarette.
By the way, speaking of actors involved in films where radio was not portrayed the way radio actually is.
Talk radio.
Talk radio. I thought that was.
Talk radio worked on the stage better than the film version.
Did it?
I believe so, yeah.
Yes, his career ended hopefully the way ours will, though. That was chilling. That was a chilling guy. You a dead fucker.
Well, it was based on a real guy. I forget the
Barry something.
Yeah.
I don't remember what his name was, but I guess that he was a controversial liberal talk show host in Denver.
Yeah,
I think.
that's right. Alan
Barry Champlain.
Berg. What?
Barry Champlain or Champlain?
Barry Champlain.
Like
yeah.
We have to
Jewish
let
radio. Dallas. Sorry.
Michael McKean go on to his next round of publicity,
This has
whatever
been a
that
pleasure,
may be.
You're awesome, dude. We love having you in. Talk to you.
Thank you so much.
And are you going to be at the El Pollos Hermanos?
I will be there. Yeah.
What is that?
They did a pop-up. You know, that's the chicken restaurant from Breaking Bad. That's Gus's Chicken.
But you cannot buy.
It's just curly fries, right?
You can't buy crack. I don't know what's the deal.
So
meth. You can't buy meth.
Why?
I know. Come on, defeats its own purpose.
There's a pop-up.
So
Pollos
do meth
Hermanos
before you come.
Yeah, bring your own meth. Is actually what it is.
My apologies. Alan Berg was the name.
Alan Berg
was the real guy. Sorry, Barry Champlain was his name in
That's
the actual.
correct.
Okay. So maybe it was Denver.
So there's reality and unreality, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I always thought they used the same name.
Overlap, baby.
Well, you know, part of my sweetness is my naivete.
There's a Pollos Hermanos pop-up in the financial district here in New York. So I think I read, be there at 3 p.m.
That sounds
today.
about
Does
right.
that sound right? So,
all I know is eventually they let me go home.
242 Pearl Street, right, Travis?
Yes. But
I'm going
right.
right.
I'm at the Friedman Theater every night and a couple of times on Saturday with the Little Foxes, with Cynthia Nixon and Laura Linney and Richard Thomas. So you should do that.
How long are you doing that?
Until June.
Oh, that's awesome.
Come on by. It's
we
awesome.
should go by.
We
I would love to.
absolutely will. Yeah,
we'll request free
Give me a
tickets.
shout.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. It's Broadway.
Oh no! Is it bad during the play if I wave at you while you're doing your thing?
No, I'll wave back.
From the show.
I'll tug my earlobe like Carol Burnett. and you'll
Who's
know that I
funnier than
spotted
Carol
it.
Burnett? She's
Nobody.
the fucking greatest
She's
ever.
awesome.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thank you. I could just talk about Boris Karloff and Mike and Carol Burnett all day.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We're going to
Thank you,
take a
guys.
break and make love, and we'll be right back.
Jim and Sam need a break. More laughter and love in a few minutes. Jim Norton and Sam Roberts make love to your ears every morning from 8 to 11 a.m. But that's just foreplay.
You think so?
You can see everything that happens on Jim Norton and Sam Roberts on our official YouTube page. Go to youtube.com/Jim and Sam.
920.
Breathe. You're gonna be okay. Jim and Sam are back right now.
Yes. Jim Norton and Sam Robertson on. I want to thank
Not
you
my
guys.
name.
Sure it is. Oh, I like this song. The Jim Norton and Sam Robertson Show. We appreciate you tuning in. Oh, look at that. Someone tweeted 2 old queens, Colin and I, laughing up in the corner.
I take great umbrage with the failing Hollywood Reporter and their inability to post anything besides fake news.
They did a great job with that article, I thought.
No, they did not.
I thought they did.
There's a terrible article in the Hollywood Reporter right now about Jim Norton. Probably got half the article wrong.
No, it's really terrific. I haven't read it, actually.
There's some serious errors in it.
No. What's wrong with it? Jim Norton talks show. Yeah, but it's fine.
They decided, by the way, without my permission, to use a photo of myself to try to maybe boost a little of the Jim Norton celebrity.
Jim Norton shares a laugh with Ricky Gervais, center.
By the way.
co-host Sam Robertson during an interview on SiriusXM's Town Hall series. Was it not the Town Hall series? Oh, you thought they should have said it was on our show, but it was the Town Hall series.
First of all,
on January 26th.
I'm wearing the same shirt now that I'm wearing in that photo,
Yes,
which
you are.
is embarrassing.
Why? You're all buttoned up in that one, though. All neat for the cameras.
Secondly,
making love to the camera.
Secondly,
sure.
You're too excited because there's an article about you right now.
I'm in a good mood. I had a great day. I get fucking shout out from The Rock, from my favorite person. Adrian and I are tickling each other. I'm smiling in that photo. I'm in a good mood.
Don't tickle him till after the show from now on, Adrian,
Why
please.
can't I be in a good mood? Chip's podcast is already number 1 on iTunes.
No, it isn't.
It is so.
It is not.
Yeah, fucking check tomorrow.
It says Jim Norton shares a laugh with Ricky Gervais, center, and co-host Sam Robertson.
Yeah, during an interview for SiriusXM's Town Hall series. So
That's not my name.
Sam is not. Stop it. Sam Robertson and Jim Norton.
No, it's Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. Everybody knows that my last name is Roberts.
Right.
I've got,
Look at you laughing up there. You're rubbing your eye. It's a good picture of you.
I'm sorry I don't have a Netflix special, but my name means something too,
It does, yes. It's a euphemism for shit.
It's not right what they've done. And I believe this morning the Hollywood Reporter has lost.
Good job.
A huge amount of credibility.
Yeah, I think you fixed that. And all kidding aside, it was a town hall. I don't think you say town hall series. That's not the mistake.
That's not the part that's the problem.
What's the
Is it
problem?
because it's Sam and not Samuel?
Maybe Sammy. He wants Sammy. He thinks it's cute and boyish.
Why would you say Samuel?
Because that's how it's pronounced.
Travis just said Samuel.
That's fair. Don't lump the trap dog into this abomination.
They got my last name wrong.
Yeah.
Which means they
I
got...
didn't even notice that.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Everybody noticed it because they came in. Everybody's all
Sam
gleeful.
Robertson.
Everybody came in during the commercial breaks. Everybody had a little party because the caption was wrong, because my name was spelled wrong.
Robertson party.
Robertson party.
Nothing wrong with that. That's Cops and Robertsons.
A syllable was added to the end of my name for no apparent reason.
Maybe because you're always on?
Absolutely, there you go. A syllable added. There's not enough Sam.
So you're saying Sam Roberts is on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, who is that? Sam Roberts' son. That's who little Edgar is. He's Sam Roberts' son.
Yeah, I get it. There's another S in there.
What's that?
You heard me.
No, I didn't. I don't know what you mean.
Roberts is my last name. There's an S on the end.
Yeah, Robertson.
You can't, it's not give or take.
Yeah, Sam Roberts on.
That's like if I was like
Sam Roberts on.
Jim Nortonsburg. It's the same. It's
That's,
exactly the
that's
same.
what you're going to say in the future when you want the suction machine to milk your penis. Sam Roberts on. Machine will-
Why are you laughing at that?
It's a
That doesn't
good
make any
joke.
sense.
Good joke.
Because he thinks he'll be...
Thank you. Why, Travis?
Because he sucks penises.
You bet he does.
No, that's not...
Vacuum cleaner kid.
You think there'll be a...
Fucking pecker gobbler.
Chippersoning. It's ridiculous.
Chip should book Sam Robertson on his podcast.
Fuck yeah, if he can audition.
Sam Robertson can do whatever Sam Robertson wants to do. Go find him. Go find him, because he's not here. And
does it bother you that they got your name wrong?
Yeah,
no one. Who cares? The Hollywood Reporter.
It's an
What's that
industry
mean?
publication.
Oh boy, is it?
I should have a little bit more credibility at this point.
It's not. The Twitter feed is shitty anyway, so no one's seeing that. They actually don't have many Twitter followers.
All right, let me look there. All right. Well, if that's
not
the
bad.
case, then it's probably not that big of a deal. Because that's where it all... Did you toot a little bit?
Yeah, that was a froyo gasser.
Oh. God damn it, Jim. You misled me.
2.54
million followers. 2.54 million followers.
Yeah.
How can you take on that type of responsibility?
It's true.
To be a journalist that quote unquote, I will use the term journalist very loosely.
I thought they did a wonderful job.
They didn't. To send out misinformation. How about that?
Or mister.
If you follow the Hollywood Reporter, if you're one of the 2.54 million, you're having misinformation sent to you.
And they're saying that it's probably Getty Images.
Why did you stop to toot?
Because it's hard to talk as a gift is being given. When you're giving a gift, you don't talk through it.
It doesn't matter. What are you talking about? Getty Images made the mistake.
Because it's an online link probably to a Getty Images thing, so maybe they just saw that and saw Sam Robertson.
Oh, they just saw it and then just typed it. Well, then they made the mistake for not checking their work.
You probably don't need to check Getty Images. I mean, the stars they got, Jim and Ricky.
And Getty Images.
Oh, shit.
That's probably that fool.
Yeah, Getty it right, Sam. Go on now.
It's probably that fool that took the photo that put that down. Who would have written that as my name? It's ridiculous. I'm very well known.
Well,
I'm verified on Twitter.
You are.
So is Derek.
That's good point.
Why would you bring that up?
Travis is right.
Trying to balance it out.
Why would you bring that up in this context?
That's true.
God damn it.
They are. Are you looking for the actual picture?
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking for?
This is just the photographer's page.
Just do a search for Sam Robertson.
Yeah, look for Sam Robertson. You don't have to just do a random fucking looking at the images. What's wrong with you?
What do you... Just type where it says her name.
What's he doing?
Are you new to computers?
What is he doing?
I don't know, Grandpa.
What's he doing?
This is
what showed up with.
Oh, Ricky Gervais. So it's from the same image. Yeah, there we are.
There we go. Okay. God damn it!
It says Ricky Gervais is interviewed for SiriusXM's Town Hall series.
Well, somebody
with
send
hosts
an
Jim
email.
Norton and Sam Robertson.
All I ask is that the people who do work at this company, could they know my name at this point?
Oh, look at that nice moment with Jim and Sam Robertson. Sam. Oh, it says it again.
Oh,
Jim Norton and
what a
Sam.
piece of shit! Whoever wrote that, whoever's writing that caption. Oh, I hate you
Jim
so
Norton
much.
and Sam Robertson. Yeah, he says it a lot, more than once.
I've been here forever.
Wow. It's just you and Ricky, Jim Norton, Sam Robertson. It's not a big deal, dude.
There's not even a link. When you click Ricky, more Ricky Gervais pictures show up. When you click Jim Norton, more Jim Norton photos show up. Look at Sam Robertson. Oh, click it. See if it's click. Oh, now that one's clickable.
Let's see what shows up.
It's not highlighted in your name.
It's how.
Oh, yeah. Sam Roberts.
Oh, look, the Roberts is, but Robertson isn't because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, because he's idiots. What's wrong with these people?
So they're probably like, what's wrong?
Only one photo for Sam Roberts.
Let's see who.
Sue says one picture.
It does say one picture.
Sam Robertson probably has more.
Sam Robertson's a hit.
O-N on the back of my name anyway that's not highlighted.
Sam Robertson's awesome.
Oh.
I love Sam Robertson.
This is why. What's that other service that's not Getty Images where you can get photos from?
I don't know. I don't acknowledge them. I'm a Getty guy myself.
I hate Getty.
Getty's awesome. Good gas, good images.
It's a different company altogether. It's just the bare minimum. All I ask is that people do the bare minimum. And it's not even the... We put a goddamn town hall together and they didn't know who was doing it. Nobody's
sure they
invited
did.
next time.
Ricky showed up. Ricky was great.
No photographers are invited next time. D-Bag's taking all the photos.
I just watched Ricky's singing Slough in that one again. That was really
From the
nice.
show that you and Sam Robertson did?
Yeah, it was fun.
I don't want any outsiders around the show anymore. They don't do any work. They don't do any research. They don't know what's going on.
Well, it's one of those things. It just happens.
No, it doesn't just happen. It's
know.
inexcusable. I won't excuse it.
I've been Jim Morton before. Happens once in a while.
Yeah, but that's a typo when you're Jim Morton. That's somebody who meant to write N, and the M is real close to it.
Yeah, like literally next to each other.
Right.
Yeah, okay, so you're saying that's not...
Nobody meant to
I'm
hit
a total career failure and nobody knows my name.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
nobody,
two different things.
Nobody meant to hit the space bar and accidentally wrote O-N space. Multiple times.
The O and the N are way far away from the S. Where
Yeah, it's probably Cops and Robertsons, they thought.
You already made a reference to that.
I'm going to do, I don't know how many Robertsons to make.
It didn't work the first time you made a reference to it.
Fucking
Why would you
killed
do it
the first
again?
and second. Adrian, you enjoy that?
Yeah.
Literally, he's lying. It's Chevy Chase's worst movie.
Did you like when I tickled you walking by?
I don't want that anymore.
I gave him a little coochie coo. He didn't care for
This
it.
is
I'm in good spirits.
Out of my
Of course you are.
It's a strange place to be touched.
Because you think that when I'm made to look like a goddamn fool, your spotlight grows. You think your spotlight shines brighter when I'm treated like a horse's ass.
Are you saying that I like to see your candle blown out so mine shines
That's
brighter?
exactly what I'm saying.
I have a bright candle. I don't mind sharing a little bit of spotlight.
Jim Norton pictured here with a 100% grade A asshole. Nameless, faceless twat.
Jim Norton and his foolish co-host.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they'll fix it, though. It's all digital. It's not like it's in print.
Jim Norton, Ricky Gervais, and set decoration here at Town Hall on Sirius XM.
Joe from Milwaukee has a comment, and I think he's right. Joe, go on now. Make everyone feel better.
I think you should embrace it because if you say Sam Roberts and Jim Norton, it sounds like you're saying Roberts and Jim Norton. So you say Sam Roberts and Jim Norton.
Here's the problem. Jim gets top billing.
It's the name of the show is Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
You should get it. You have your own show already.
We're changing that, though. It's going to be called Jim Norton and Friends.
No.
Oh, all right.
No.
Jim Roberts and Jim Norton.
You said Jim Robertson, Jim Norton.
Yeah.
God damn it, it's so confusing. We tried to make it so easy. My name's Sam Roberts. His name's Jim Norton. The title
And
of
we have a show together. That's a great little promo.
The title of our show is just our names. The title of the show is just our names.
Absolutely.
All we ask is that you know who we are.
They know I am.
We.
Oh.
We.
We had half of it right there. We're halfway home.
50% is failing.
No, it's halfway home. They're getting there.
50% is failing.
They got it all right, and they added more.
Thank you, Travis.
Travis, you ever get 50% on a test?
Yeah, a lot.
What letter does that translate into?
Sure he did. The test was, which parents stuck around?
Yeah.
50%.
Travis, 50% of your parents are left. You know what that makes it? A failed marriage.
Oh.
No.
Yes.
Half of them like him. That's pretty good.
Your parents as a unit failed you because only one stuck around.
Nah, I was grown.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah, they were done. I was 21.
He was a big boy. What do you think of this whole mess, Adrian? Comment, weigh in, Huff.
God damn it.
Aid?
Say weigh in, Huff.
Yeah,
because that's what your shirt says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a harmless mistake.
It isn't harmless. It's harmful. It's the Hollywood.
It's an understandable mistake.
Yeah, people make mistakes.
First of all,
they do.
We move past it. You know.
We move past it.
The Hollywood Reporter's egregious error only points out the incompetence associated with Getty Images as well, and I have a vendetta against both companies.
Why against the Hollywood Reporter? I understand Getty Images because they got it wrong on their site.
Because the
Hollywood Reporter probably does think like, all right, we just pull it off the site. Like, what Getty Images wouldn't fuck it up?
Because when you assume, they make an ass out of me, and that's what they've done. They don't need to be assuming things. They need to realize, who are these people? Who are
these people? Fucking wait a minute.
Wait.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, that's the one. They need to know who the people are in the photos that they're publishing.
They do.
It's famous people. I'm famous. In some circles.
Oh, that's circles.
Some areas.
That's better.
Some groups. Small gatherings.
Yeah.
know who I am. There are some small gatherings in which I'm known.
There is a thing when that happens, and it does happen to all of us from time to time where there's a misprint. And then
not that egregious. That's not a misprint.
Whatever it is. But it does tap into that I'm a failure gene that most performers have. We all have that crazy...
I don't have that gene.
No, but some of us should. And hopefully it's now developed properly, as it should have. But it does kind of tap into that, like, ugh. God damn it.
Just crop me out of the photo. You know what?
God damn it.
There's my message to Hollywood Reporter.
What are you saying?
Don't correct it. Crop me out.
You're not even in most of these photos.
With the
Why are you smirking?
Well, it says Sam Robertson. He's not even in there.
Well, that's because there's one caption for all the photos. Look,
yeah.
I'm in that
look at him
one.
rubbing
Look.
his eye. Hold on. Look at that. You know what you're doing? You're rubbing a little humble pie out of your eye.
What does that mean? That's not humble pie.
You got a little Oh, look, hold on. Go back, Adrian. I want to see Sam. He got a little comeuppance in his eye. And
Comeuppance for what?
For just being you. Ricky and I are sharing a laugh, and Sam's rubbing a little comeuppance.
I shared lots of laughs with Ricky Gervais that morning.
Look at that. We're laughing at you. I said, they don't know his name. And Ricky went, aha! And you're rubbing comeuppance out of your eye. That's a good picture. I like that with the three of us are laughing. And two of us are laughing. And
but look at that. It's photos of Ricky by himself. Jim's name is in the caption, too. It's one caption.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Go back to that one where we're laughing at Sam getting some comeuppance in his eye. Can we have a copy of that so I can tweet that out?
I don't want it.
I would love to send a copy
I'm not
of that
in that
out.
photo. Crop
Save
me
it.
out. Crop me out.
Yep. Getty to work on time. Right or wrong, boys?
Wrong.
That's a nice shot of us laughing. Like celebrities.
I heard 100 times that was the best town hall that they had ever done at Sirius XM. 4 months later, we haven't gotten invited back to do anything of the sort.
Well, we got them that one. So the Hollywood Reporter does not want to share, I guess, with us.
Hollywood Reporter. What are they reporting on? Hollywood Fountain of Misinformation is more like it.
Hold on. Scott in Indiana has a comment. Hey, what's up, Scott? Comment? Weigh in.
Yeah, just want to tell Sammy it's okay. Sammy, bring muffins. It's not like Robertson is going to catch on or anything like that. I mean, it's not catchy. Robertson. Yeah, you'll be okay. It'll go away.
So you're saying, sir, you don't think that people are going to comment on it on Twitter?
Oh, no, the fans will leave it alone. It'll go away.
All right, guys, please.
We'll never hear Robertson again.
Sam is a little self-conscious about this.
Thank you.
Let's please do not... wait, just let this one go on Twitter. Don't talk to him about it or taunt him or mock him.
It's just like everything.
It's humiliating. Thank you very much, Scott.
First of all, Scott did not help. No thanks to him because I don't like the fact that he yelled the last syllable of the name as if it was a catchy slogan.
Sam Robertson!
Yeah, I don't like that.
Perfect. It's catchy and I like it.
Second of all, anytime I announce I'm doing anything, I'm now just going to get inundated with tweets that say, don't you mean Sam Robertson?
You think they're going to say that?
Of course they are. What a pain in my dick this whole article.
Look at us laughing. They don't even know his name. And I'm like, I know, Ricky. And he's writing some comeuppance.
I'm wiping my eye going, what are you guys laughing about?
Yeah, someone got a little crumb of humble pie in his eye.
I hate this article.
A little humble pie crumbs.
And I'll tell you, because of that caption, I wish your Netflix special didn't exist.
It's a lot of people wish it didn't exist. A lot, but it's there, and it's in black and white, so it's never going away. Although they could just delete it.
Yeah, just delete the article. Delete the article.
No, I meant the special. Netflix could just go like one button.
That's true. Delete the article.
No.
Print a full retraction.
Why is this corrected?
No, full retraction.
Just corrected.
In an earlier version of this article, we mistakenly captioned this photo of this idiot as Sam Robertson. It's the only mention of me in the whole article.
Someone, Paul in New Jersey. Paul, how do you think this article should have read in the old, in THR?
Actually, I think the caption, hey guys, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yep, we can.
Yeah, actually, I think the proper caption should have been Jim Norton and future full-time WWE announcer Sam Roberts.
That would have been, I don't know, full-time implies that I won't be doing the show, which is not accurate, but if they said future WWE guys, that would be, I would love that. That's 100% what they should have done.
Sam, if they come calling full-time, what do you do?
He's under contract. He had nothing. Yeah. But at the end of 2 years, who knows? Sam may become full-time in wrestling, and I may just go and do the Chip podcast. I think that's what's going to happen.
You think that's the way the...
Yep. Number 1 on iTunes.
No, I think...
Thank you very much, Paul.
I believe WWE enjoys the fact that I have outlets like this to help promote their product, and it becomes a reciprocal thing. So I don't think that that's much of a threat at all.
If you go to WWE, what name are you going to use?
I have a name. People know
Sam
my
Robertson.
name. I can't change my name
That'd
for
be a good
them.
angle.
I'm too famous.
Sammy Brand, Robert Muffinson.
People are going to figure out how to say that, too.
Sammy Brand Muffinson. Yes, Sammy Brand Muffinson.
You know how many times...
Fucking Sammy Brand Muffinson.
You know what it's like to be walking around a stadium at WrestleMania to try to get live shots? And I have to explain to the producers that are with me why people keep yelling Sammy Brand Muffins at me.
Do they yell that?
Yep. Yep. The show has caught on. I will put it that way.
They yell Sammy Brand Muffins.
Yeah. Sammy Brand Muffins!
Oh, so funny.
Hello, sir.
Nonsense catches on.
Yeah, and then now they're going to be yelling Robertson at me, and they're going to go, oh, is your real name Robertson? I go, no, I was miscredited in an article. If you even want to call it an article, it's more like a blog.
Huge article. Long. Travis read it. He said it was okay.
I said it was great.
I mean, it wasn't like negative.
I'm sure it is negative.
No, everything seemed right to me.
Yeah. Every comic strikes gold once in a lifetime.
That's right. I'm still waiting. My pot of gold's the end of the rainbow.
How do you use Twitter when you are coming up with material? What type of question is that?
Ah, come on, Brett Ratner. Any plans for more? They asked. So I think that.
Hey, what's it like doing radio with Sam Roberts every morning? Oh, it's
I
great.
wouldn't know.
Yeah. Who's that guy?
Sam Robertson is the boy is the boy I've been working with. So I still want to hear this Ozzy thing. I hope the guy wasn't lying to me. He probably was lying.
I hope he was. I believe
bet he was
lying. I believe he was lying to you.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Ozzy doesn't know who you are.
Yeah, I think I got... no, he knows who I am, but I
got duped.
I did, because there was only one person mentioned it on Twitter.
Yeah.
You should text him and ask.
I'm afraid I won't hear back, Adrian.
Yeah. Hey!
Who is this? No, I didn't.
I heard you might have mentioned my name on TV this weekend. True? By the way, been a while. You don't think he'd respond?
Not even if I asked him face to face.
Oh my God.
No, I don't. But if anybody has access to that,
so
if I've been had, I'm going to be very upset.
So over the weekend, we want to go to a more romantic dinner spot. Colin will not have it. You guys end up going to a queer diner together.
Not a diner. It was a fine eatery.
A queer.
I had
queer eatery.
Colin had something with some fries, and I had the salmon. And with the salmon, by the way, you know how many servers say salmon?
No.
I cannot express to you how many servers say, would you like the salmon?
That's not how that word's pronounced.
And I want to say that to them. You fucking dope. The L is silent. It's like the O-N in Sam Roberts.
The L is silent. So
many say that.
So you
salmon. Let's hear it.
It's
salmon.
That's it.
Salmon. Salmon.
It's Salmon Jim.
It's
in
like
the morning.
it's like if you
Get it?
it's
Salmon.
like if you
Robertson.
added an O-N to the end of my first name for no apparent reason.
That's right.
Then it would be Salmon.
Salmon Robertson?
That's it. Salmon Robertson.
So you go. Yeah, we have a nice...
then you leave. You enjoy your meals together.
That's right.
You look into each other's eyes, knowing how you feel about each other without ever saying it.
Oh, I left off. We were in the yogurt shop, and I had eaten
You go to the yogurt shop.
The
You
delicious peanut butter.
Doo-doo cum.
Doo-doo cum and the salted vanilla.
Cockages.
So I says to Colin, I want to have some more. And he goes, all right. So I went up and I got...
That was a good Colin impression.
It was spot on.
Yeah.
But I went up and I got the chocolate pudding and the regular French vanilla I got. And I got to be honest, not good. Not good. So I took a couple of bites. And the guy was talking, and he said, you should try the double stuffed Oreo. So I
Don't
said,
make that...
am I going to eat this and not enjoy it?
Right.
Or am I going to go the heck with it? If you're going to treat yourself, enjoy. So I walked back up.
Oh, boy.
I got the double stuffed Oreo and more of the peanut butter.
It's going nowhere.
And I zip on back to the seat, and I took the other cup. I threw most of it out. So I made a decision to enjoy my dessert and not to eat the stuff I didn't like just because it was in front of me.
I wish I had made a decision to enjoy my morning.
That's a great story. You wanted the end of the story.
You didn't even get into the coconut scrappings.
I didn't have them after that. The coconut shavings. Oh, I did have them again. I love a good coconut shaving.
So you had coconut and Oreos on your...
Not Oreos, just it was the soft serve. I'll take it, I'll treat you.
It was Oreo flavored?
It was double stuff Oreo, babe.
What different? Why would it be double stuff? Oreo, if it's Oreo...
More flavor.
If it's Oreo flavor, then it doesn't make a difference if
I
it's
literally
double
wanted
stuff
to
or
put
not.
my fucking head under it. Just open my mouth and shovel it in.
Yeah, you really should try actual person ice cream. You'd be amazed.
I like ice cream. I do, but it's just too much sugar. Don't get me wrong. I love a good treat.
You know, I'll tell you something about me. I like ice cream.
I do.
Wow. You really have all these unique quirks about you.
But I mean, I don't eat it, though. I make a decision not to eat it. It's too much lactose.
I see.
Did you hear about the guy? This is fucking typical. The guy was with some girl. I don't know how well he knew her.
I love this story.
He was 66, and they're in... It was Atlantic City or Vegas. I think it was AC. And his name is Jan Flatto. $100,000. He's there gambling, and he says to his female friend, "Hey, push the button for good luck." And she does, and a $100,000 thing pops up. He's 66. She's a very, very lovely. It's a $50 a spin top dollar machine. Oh, yeah, 7 on Fort Lauderdale. She was the charm.
I think there's an audio news story to go with it.
I did not hear the audio news story.
The audio news story is good.
Good, yeah, because she's 35, and here's my guess. I've not seen this. I've only read the article. She kept the fucking money. Because legally she's entitled to it. It's just the casinos don't know. I guess they have to do that. Like, because there's video of who pushes the button.
Sure.
So they don't know.
You got to have a rule. If you're going to have a rule, that's going to be
I don't fault the casino on this one because, again, they're like, hey, you push the button, you win. That's how it works. Because you could always go, hey, I just handed her the money before. It was my money.
Right.
You can't. Whoever pushes the button win. And she kept the fucking money. Now, she seems a little young for this guy, so I'm going to guess that their friendship is questionable. That's all I'll say.
This friend-zoned idiot who thinks that luck is real deserves to have all of his money taken.
Is she Russian? She looked Russian?
They don't show her face, but you'll hear her voice.
Okay, she looked Russian to me. She looked, and again, I've
like
not
a
heard
Roski?
this. She looked Russian, and I'm just saying, this seems to me like one of those things where you meet someone and you invite them along, and maybe they're not as close as you'd like the press to believe. Because she did ask people to keep an armed guard to keep him away from her after she won the money and kept it.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, there's $100,000 on the line.
And it's just disgusting, though, unless it was just...
It's not.
Well, nah, she should give him half. Or, you know.
Why do you think she was
You
there?
think he's going to sue her?
No, I think that he has no legal standing.
If it was his money.
But it's not his money.
She pushed the button.
The rule
But I mean, who put the thing?
doesn't matter.
That's not the rule.
The rule is whoever pushes the button.
No, I know what the rule is, but do you think he's going to just try to sue anyway?
Oh, he might.
What's he going to hire a lawyer with? She took all his dough.
You know what? If he has the money to hire a lawyer, maybe he will just to get her to settle and give him $30,000.
Yeah, I mean, if he's playing $50,
he has the money. That's right.
Unless he's a degenerate gambler.
True.
Right?
And she did send him a text a week later.
Well, check out the story.
Go on now.
A woman striking gold with some lady luck at a casino, but it would prove to be bad luck for the man she was with. He says he paid for the game, but when she pressed the button to hit the jackpot, he lost out.
Now he's asking, what are the odds? Sheldon Fox has the story.
I never had such a big jackpot in my life.
Marina Navarro is a winner. She took home a
What'd you hear, Jim?
Of course. Of course.
What a fucking sucker this guy is.
Sounds like Borat.
Oh, does he deserve every bit of this? I hope he doesn't see a penny.
You just don't think of it, though.
Well, I mean,
look, like, you don't, it's such a thing to do with the pretty girl. Hit it for luck. You don't think that, I never hit such big jackpot in my life.
Here's what people do.
People are fucking revolting when it comes to money.
They just, yeah, but you know what? People decide to hang out with women that are too young for them, too pretty for them, obviously not attracted to them.
Who knows? Maybe it's mutually beneficial.
No, you know.
He may have a big dick, or he may be funny, or he may be a good kisser, he may smile,
and then
he may eat pussy like nobody's beeswax.
Then you get taken advantage of, and it's like, oh my God, how could, yes, that's why this was all happening to begin with.
That's not even taken advantage of. Like, if she says, hey, buy me this purse, buy me these Louboutin shoes, buy me That's taken advantage of. In a casino, it's something we've all done. Hey, hit the button. You don't expect it. And it's like so shameless of her to go, I'm keeping the money. Like, that just is like,
Why was she there, though?
I honestly don't know.
Probably because there was finances involved. I'm not saying she's a prostitute.
No, I know.
But
I just don't know.
Why does a young, pretty Eastern European girl hang out with some old guy from Seminole, Florida?
He was attractive, though.
He is a good-looking guy. They show him in the story?
Yes.
Yeah, take
All
a
right,
look.
cool. Let's talk.
Take a look.
Sheldon Fox has the story.
Ding, 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 I never had such a big jackpot in my life.
Marina Navarro
Congrats
is the winner.
to Marina,
She took
the
home
winner.
a $100,000 prize minus taxes in January during a lucky night of playing video poker at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
We hit it, $100,000.
But she had company that night.
The fuck out of there.
Jan Flatto says he actually was the big winner. The then friends, Flatto and Navarro,
Friends.
who doesn't
Hip
want her
pause.
face.
The Friends. He really was trying to make something out of this with his bowling shirt and his bad sunglasses.
He's got cool hair.
He was trying.
Fucking rock star.
He was trying to make something out of this. And guess what? He deserves it. This is, you reap what you sow. Like, you put yourself in situations where obviously this is going to happen.
You do, but you don't deserve to have $100,000 taken like that. If he's buying her stuff, it's just a shitty thing. I mean, legally, she's probably correct, but it's just a shitty thing.
That's like when you get robbed outside of an illegal poker game. Like, yeah, that's the like, what are you doing? Like,
there's a lot of people that deserve to lose $100,000 more than this guy, though.
Well,
he's just a cool dude with a rock star haircut and a rock star life. This guy's the best. I love Jan.
I'm not putting him on a scale, but I am saying that if this is like, you know, what you do at your time, this is clearly one of the risks associated with this behavior.
But he probably didn't know. Like, you never think.
He's lying to himself.
No, but I mean, you don't know the legality of it and think that the other person's entitled to the money. Like, you don't know that in a casino. Hey, someone hits the button while I'm in front of the machine. Hey, hit the button, honey. Like, you don't even think that they're now legally entitled to that money.
You bring this young chick who's trying to get cash to a casino. There are a lot of ways that you could leave with a lot less money.
He would be definitely
hit it for luck.
No, but but that is stupid, but it's just something you do. And people believe in luck. I would say he could deserve what he got if he knew that rule. If you knew the rule, like whoever hits this wins, but fuck it, hit it anyway. Then you're a dummy. But again, no, who knew that? I didn't know that until just now, and I've gambled a lot.
What have you gambled with?
Fucking playing poker, video poker, fucking 20 a time,
Video
baby.
Poker's not cool.
Sure it is. Fat 2 kings. Oh, somebody hit the jackpot and won $6. Cash me out, bartender.
Video poker.
Bartender would be dealer.
No, he's at the bar, just playing video
Not
poker
the bar.
at the bar.
No, I'm just sitting in the casino. Sometimes I'll walk by.
Adrian's right. Why would a bartender be there?
And you just press the button and a little ticket comes out and you cash it in yourself.
Not at the bar.
Either way, I'm with
At a
those
cash
machines,
window.
those video machines. No, you hit the little thing, and it comes out, a little piece of paper, then you put it in the money machine, and it just gives you your winnings.
And you leave Vegas up 6, huh?
Yeah, I'll actually ask for a security walk-up.
For the $6?
To the room. Or sometimes I'll double it, win 40. 40 large.
Give it to me in 120 and 4 5s.
Yep. Or maybe a 10 and 10 singles to tip the lady with the coffee. Here's a 2-spot, babe. Thanks for bringing the beverage. Let's see the rest of the story. Go on now.
Joan gambled on Flatto's player card, and when it was time to collect winnings from casino officials,
Upstairs, the eye in the sky says she touched the button, so technically, we have to pay her.
Jan all of a sudden went ballistic. He started screaming in front of everybody.
I said, are you kidding me?
he says he had her hit the button for luck on his $50 bet. That turned out to be an unlucky, unsavvy move. Part of a statement from Hard Rock said, the person who pushes a slot machine button or pulls the arm is the person who wins the jackpot.
Congratulations,
Navarro
lady.
Took the $100,000.
I said, Marino, what are you doing? And she gets up and walks out.
That same night, he started sending me nasty text messages, threatening me.
Here are some sent that night. Having me as an enemy. Not good, she
That's what
says
the guy
he wrote,
sent.
along with, we'll see who made the big mistake. It won't be me. The rest of the text messages were too vulgar to show on TV.
Wait, hold on a second. I'm outraged. You mean the guy you fucking loses $100,000 and he's mad via text?
Well, it's not. I don't know that anybody's out. It's just something to report on.
I know, but I mean, it's like, I don't know.
Plus, don't you think it's so stupid that this guy is texting her being like, oh, you think I made a mistake? You're the one who made the mistake. No, she didn't.
He's just angry.
No, she didn't.
$100,000, and she takes it.
And listen to his voice, though. Listen to his voice.
I'm not saying he's not an ass.
Like, oh, I thought the loyalty of our friendship would conquer over this $100,000 jackpot.
You just don't expect people to be that way. I hope whatever it is that she does with the money, I hope it does not work out.
Sometimes you expect people to be that
Sometimes
way.
when we touch.
There are some social circles when you expect people to be that way.
Yeah. Let's see what else.
Here are some sent that night. Having me as an enemy.
Not good. Oh, yeah.
She says he wrote. Along with, we'll see who made the big mistake. It won't be me. The rest of the text messages were too vulgar to show on TV. She tells us she offered him some of her winnings, but after receiving threatening texts, she decided to pull her off.
$10,000.
Flatto says Navarro also sent him messages. Still mad at me, he says, she wrote.
Sheldon Fox, today in Florida.
Well, that man says he did learn
Let him play.
a lesson here. He says he will never play another slot machine game where he lets anyone else press that button.
Look at that. We all learned a lesson.
Someone said the newsreaders are hilarious at the end. Ezra in Dallas, what was hilarious about that?
You got to turn the phone on. You can't
No. I'm asking. I didn't hit the button. Yes.
Yeah, you there now?
Oh, we are, buddy. Yes. I was
Hello.
Okay. Yeah. If you keep listening to it at the end, I wouldn't say they're hilarious. You can tell that the guy's pissed, and the girl is backing her up. She's saying it's okay that the chick runs off with the money. But if you listen to the guy, he's pissed about it, and you know they kind of it's not a fight or anything like that, but there's some words.
Look,
thank you very much.
You bring a floozy to the casino and you get surprised that she walks away with your money.
I don't know what their
You're
relationship was or who she was or what happened.
You're a fool.
Well, look at that for Duck Dynasty, the Robertson family tree.
That's inaccurate.
Phil and Kay are at the top. And what's this? There's your picture. Oh, it says douche. Jeff Reichart.
My last name is not Robertson. See, this is what happens when that fake news gets out there.
Oh, no. Please don't, yeah, guys, don't start taunting Sam with his lack of cred.
I don't find myself feeling terribly sorry for the guy.
I do.
Sometimes you put yourself in a situation where bad things, like the only thing that's going to happen is something not great.
I don't know what the relationship was, though. I mean, like, I think I know, but I really don't. They may have been, like, he may have been trying to fuck her, and maybe he treated her really nice, and they went out and they were friends, and maybe they just...
I thought you were my friend!
You know, no one plans on getting ripped off for $100,000, but if he didn't know her, that's different.
Yeah, but you watch guys that are so desperate to fuck somebody who's prettier than them that won't, in any circumstance, wouldn't fuck them.
Every man is desperate to fuck someone prettier than them.
Not desperate enough to make a series of terrible decisions that are only going to end up in disaster.
But that one I don't see and I agree with you, but I don't see that one as a terrible decision. That's kind of my point. There are terrible decisions. Oh yeah, I put the thing in her name. Like I put the thing in my credit card in her name, or I paid. I put my name on her apartment, and I promised her, a promissory note. There are mistakes that are so obvious, you just don't think, hey, roll the dice or push the button. That's just such a thing that a guy does.
Good luck. There you go. I hope that teaches him a lesson.
Well, it certainly has a $100,000 lesson. Then again, she had to pay taxes, so let's just say $70,000 she probably got. And she probably offered him $5,000. I give you $5,000. I'll give you $10,000.
Luck is a fabrication, so I hope he learned that.
Yeah, it is a fabrication.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Duck Dynasty. There you are.
Why would I be a part of Duck Dynasty?
Because you got a big beard. Good job with that Photoshop, Greg.
It's not a good job at all.
Well, yeah. Why'd they put glasses on you? Oh, there you are. I thought that was you. Oh.
No.
These are good.
There's a beard on my poorly cut off neck.
Oh, God. I wish that was a video.
You mean because I'd be beheaded?
Dude, you have the best hair to behead because it's so easy for the guy to hold your hair. Oh my
Because
God.
it grips on.
I bet you ISIS guys look at your head as like, oh, that's the dream. Decapitation. Jesus Christ, we could have a field day with this guy's skull. They would love it.
Oh my God.
They would love to lop your head off.
Have you heard,
we talked about the salad too, the bat?
Bats in the salad. He's the only person. What's that? A salad for Ozzy Osbourne? He'd like to eat that salad, you know.
Yeah, or what did he do when he opened it up? Did he yell, "Bats away"?
Why would anybody ever say that?
What does bats away even mean?
Yeah, I don't think that works in any context whatsoever.
What do you say when you find a bat? By the way, the worst audio ever.
Yes.
TV anchor learns of her husband's death while reporting it in India. I guess a woman learned of her husband's death as she was the reporter. And
So they say, but
we don't know.
Yeah,
because there's not even any fucking pictures.
You don't even see her face.
Indian news stinks.
Well,
it stinks.
To be fair to Indian news, a lot of them can understand the words that are coming out of her mouth.
But I mean, like watching it, there's no images or anything. It's a brave news anchor reads her husband's death live, and there is English in it. It says Saturday, it has the date, and it keeps saying breaking news in English.
Yeah, it literally meant nothing to me. And then she like was getting congratulated. So this Indian news anchor is reading about a car accident that her husband died in, and she's finding out about it for the first time on the news.
Why does it say breaking news in English in all Indian words? Is this fake? I don't understand why it says breaking news.
Maybe breaking news is just a thing. I mean, I don't...
Do you know what I mean? An IBC 24.
If it's fake, why wouldn't they just do it in English? Like, if it's fake, what?
I mean, they just took this and made a funny headline or a silly headline about it. I don't know.
Well, assuming it's true, because the news, in the article, it said that the news channel she works for is congratulating her for her professionalism and all this stuff. But, I mean, it's just sociopathic.
Honestly, it's not professionalism. I mean, she's dressed really sexy in her purple.
You want to hear it?
Yeah, for a second.
समुद्र से
For
मिल रही
what?
जहां पर
Hold
कार
on.
को अज्ञात वाहन ने टक्कर मार दी है। तीन
There's an accident on Highway 51.
Who cares?
Breaking news right now. There's not. I'm just remembering, but I speak the language. I'm reading what it says.
Oh, wow.
3 dead, 2 injured.
Wow, so you know...
Yeah, bad accident. Man was driving, and he did not see the cart being pulled across the road.
Wow.
And he slid in a pile of yak feces and barreled into 4 children.
What?
One of which who was not hurt. The man was killed when he was ejected, and he went head first into the pile of yak feces. Paramedics took an hour to arrive, and he suffocated when nobody would help him. There was outrage in the community. The man suffocated to death.
In the yak feces?
In yak feces.
God.
And they were dancing in a circle around him. And, oh no, I fucked that guy.
Okay, so that's
I fucked that guy.
That's not the professionalism that we were going for.
No, but
wow.
they did congratulate her on not breaking down, but they're mad that she said, oh no, I fucked that guy.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, the fact that if that's true and all, the fact that she didn't break
What a
down
cunt.
just makes her a sociopath.
Or
makes
she
her-
might not have, who knows, I'm calling her a cunt. She might have been in shock.
Right.
By the way,
Oh, not even close. That's a
I was aiming for the fucking middle of the room.
Oh, I see. Did you see that you were asking about the It remake recently?
I was, and some people are not happy about it.
Well, did you see? I hate, ugh.
Well,
Some
go on,
people
then.
are not happy about it. Tell them, Sam.
Sam, I've read that not everyone's as juiced as you and I.
Well, apparently, professional clowns.
That's what we've been called by some people.
Nobody's called us that.
Ironically.
Nobody's called us that. Turn off the goddamn sound on that computer.
Yeah, leave it off, Aid. You know that. It always interrupts Samuel Robertson.
Some people are upset, specifically professional clowns, because they think that this new movie, It, which is obviously a remake of the Stephen King movie, will increase people's the already present phobia that people have of clowns.
Oh, gives a fuck.
So stupid.
Stop it. You're running around yelling boo and makeup. What do you want people to do? Take you seriously?
Clowns don't yell boo.
Whatever the fuck they do.
They go like,
Yeah. Hey, how are you?
Right, exactly. That's a clown.
Oh, it's your birthday. Have a balloon.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, look at me. I'm the clown. I'm here to entertain you.
Do we have any clown music? Do you have a little like circus?
Sorry, I was looking for something.
No, that's fine. Do we have any like circus big top music? Because we actually have a new service that we as a show will provide to any of the listeners. Travis has already, and I hope your daughter's not listening, hired Jimbo the Clown for his daughter's 8th birthday coming up. Which is going to be very, very exciting.
That's right.
Jimbo the Clown works for a range of ages, really 10 and below. So if you have a 10-year-old or a 9-year-old, anyone below that, we can send Jimbo the Clown.
Yes, and Travis has asked Jimbo to...
Jimbo.
Yeah. And it's going to be really good.
Yeah, so if you'd like a sampling of what we have to offer, of course, you can tweet us at Jim and Sam Show if you're interested in this offer that we have, and we can give a little sample of the type of stuff that Jimbo the Clown provides.
Oh, look! Happy birthday to you, little Taft! Oh, your mother, your father are here. Your grandmother is noticeably absent.
Wait, does Jimbo the Clown bring up family tragedies?
Oh, it's going to be a fun day. Look at that. Your dog is having breathing difficulties. Your dog is suffocating in the corner while your mother and father and grandfather celebrate with one seat noticeably empty.
Wait.
Happy birthday.
Does Jimbo the Clown just break bad news?
No, it's good news too.
Just points it out.
Yeah.
Like what about like
Woofer. We've gotten you some birthday gifts. Here's a little ball to roll around. You can roll it to your dog and he won't chase it. It will just bounce off his non-breathing face. Roll stupidly in the corner.
What if we hired Jimbo the Clown to go to the the pediatrics ward like Patch Adams? You know Patch Adams?
Oh, how are you? Be careful, I almost slipped in some of your hair that fell out. You are bumming everybody out. How are you? I probably shouldn't ask. You're not good. I get to go home right after this.
You know, speaking of going home, I actually heard that one of the things that Jimbo the Clown can do is he can help trauma victims. For instance, if a kid escapes a kidnapping, Jimbo the Clown will be there to help, bring light to their lives again.
Welcome back. Your memory is going to be ruined forever. Little things will trigger you long after this goes away. Every time you smell the inside of a van, you're going to cry. Oh, I hate the pediatric ward. It really bums me out. Hello, I'm Jimbo the Clown. Your parents are crying in the waiting room, bumming everybody out.
I mean, just some of the many, many things that Jimbo the Clown can provide to any of you for any of your clown needs.
Yes. Oh, I walked in early and saw young Derek putting water in his hair in the men's room.
Yeah?
Fixing himself for a radio show. What an asshole.
Jimbo the Clown. How can you be mad at Jimbo the Clown?
Yes. Who fixes their hair for a radio show? What a little turd.
Especially when what's attached to the hair is that.
Yes, it's all downhill under there. little chubby hips. With his idea flip-a-flop bouncing off his chubby hips.
Yeah. I mean, Jimbo the Clown is fun for the whole family.
I sure am. All occasions. Oh, look, here comes Fawn Legs Denny. I did his birthday party when he was 9.
What happened?
He broke both of his legs. And I was putting pins in his toes. And he didn't feel it.
Just to see.
Yeah, just to see.
Does this hurt? That makes sense.
Tiny head.
That makes sense.
I took a balloon and I made a shower cap out of it for him with the little teeny end. Small head.
Jimbo the Clown can also be there for for funerals. which isn't the easiest thing to do, but like if there's a group of kids that don't necessarily understand what's going on but know that it's sad, Jimbo can be there to raise their spirits a
Yes,
little bit.
don't be sad. The person you knew and loved is gone. That is just a pile of flesh that's going to smell badly. You'll never see them again.
But Jimbo, aren't they going to heaven?
Heaven is made up by people who cannot accept finality. They're going to rot in a box, and you're soon to follow. Oh, Dexter's not getting better.
Dexter, you mean Travis's daughter's little doggy?
Yes, I do. For your birthday, we've got bad news.
What's that?
He's not going to make it, which is great news for everyone else.
Wait, Jimbo, do you think just talking in a fun voice and wiggling your arms around means you can just say anything?
Well, no, but I'm helping children adjust.
Oh, I see.
I'm fun.
I see. You know, Jimbo the Clown is also good if there's like a little, like one of the kids is a little more overweight at the party and like they're getting picked on for eating more cake or whatever. Jimbo the Clown will often bring them in, and one of his exercises is an inclusion exercise.
Sit down, Eric. Other boys and girls have to have some cake as well. And you've got to use a fork. You're not allowed to just dip your face in and eat the cake. It's not your birthday. I don't like it.
You know, sometimes, even when kids get older and they're in their 20s and there's tragedy, like our own hot dog, who first had to deal with the fact that his dad was in a coma and then had to deal with the fact that while he was in a coma, he found out that that guy wasn't actually his birth father.
Yes.
We would send Jimbo the Clown in to make hot dog feel better.
Yes, I would probably say, you're so valueless. Everybody was fighting over whose cum you were not. Nobody wanted to take responsibility.
Wait, Jimbo, are you sure that's how you want to frame this?
Yes, I would. I would say you're such a disappointment. They were all pointing at each other, yelling, he did it.
You know, his mom wouldn't talk to him about it.
Of course she wouldn't.
Right.
She was embarrassed for the amount of dick she's taken. She didn't know.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, yes, a wonderful woman. The daisy chain lady, they called her.
Why daisy chain?
She took a lot in every hole.
So wait,
hot dog.
was she like, you know how sometimes clowns at the circus, they have elephants behind them, where it's
we
the
just
tail
spoke
and the...
about him.
I meant where it's the tail connected to the tusk.
Yes.
So it's like a train of elephants.
Yes,
You're
it
saying
is.
there was a different train going on in hot dog's house.
Yes, it was a human centipede with penises.
Oh, I see.
Jimbo the Clown a real hit, huh?
Jimbo is a real hit. Well, he's fun for all occasions.
Oh, he is, yes.
Oh, well, so yeah, I mean, if anybody needs a clown for anything.
Jimbo the Clown.
Right. You're a big fan of the movie It.
You know, I didn't like the movie. I told you the book.
Oh, you like the book.
When I read it in 87, when I worked at Caldor in this receiving room, I loved it.
Apparently what they're doing, you've seen the movie, though.
I saw some of the TV movie, but
You haven't seen the whole thing?
No, I didn't really care the way they portrayed Penny. Even though I liked Tim Curry, I didn't like him as Pennywise.
So the way they're doing the movie, apparently, is the new movie. The TV movie was done over the course of a few nights, and... You know, the first part of the story is when they're kids and this clown comes, and the second part of the story is when they're adults and they go back.
Yes, except for Stanley Uris.
What happens?
Commits suicide.
I see. So,
cuts his wrist in a tub.
Apparently, this movie that they're making, this remake, is just the first part of the story.
Oh, so they're gonna have a second one.
And they're already planning on doing a sequel.
That's great.
Like they have a lot invested in this thing. Have you seen the trailer at all?
I have, yeah, but I saw some of it. The town of Derry, Maine, which is a made-up town, I believe.
Derry, Maine?
There are some creepy fucking... I think it's very smart. Hopefully they'll flash back to the childhood when they're adults.
Mm-hmm.
You have to.
Yeah, you mean in the next movie?
Yes, when they're adults flash back.
Yeah. But I mean,
great scenes.
It'll Oh, because it doesn't all get covered in the first part?
When they're in the library, when Ben's an adult, and fucking it's all quiet, and then Pennywise is screaming, Ben did it! Ben killed all the children! And he's all freaked out.
Does he get freaked?
And the clown's like, I almost got you. Like, you almost answered because no one else could hear him. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, man.
That was not a good impression. Oh, Ben did it! Ben Mears, I think his name was. Is that correct?
I like Jimbo the Clown.
I'm Pennywise!
Let's hit up. So the thing starts the exact same way as
She's already captain.
Thanks,
Georgie.
Georgie is hugging. Yay! The little boat. I love the angle. They puts the paraffin all over the boat, and it's now in the water.
Right.
Going by Jackson Street down a puddle. Oh, he hits his little head.
Stupid Georgie hit his head on a roadblock.
And then it goes down the drain.
Yeah.
Into the sewer, and he's chasing it with a little yellow slicker.
Down the drizzle. Oh, Georgie, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You irresponsible fool. He's looking in the... Oh! You scared, Adrian?
Yes.
Okay, buddy.
That creeps you out?
I hate scary movies.
I got you.
Do you? Pennywise is creepy.
D-Bag will hold you in his arms.
Yeah, he will, with his perfect hairdo. He has a hairdo for this era.
He
the
does.
50s.
He looks like Georgie.
He does. I wish he ended up like Georgie with his little arm ripped out of his socket.
There's no way he's fitting down that drain.
Not at all.
He's getting stuck.
Oh, wow, I didn't see this.
There's a balloon.
Going through. I did not see this part.
I saw something. There was this clown.
Is there no black kid?
There is.
In the new
He
one?
works in the library. Mike.
No, in the new one.
I'm sure there is.
There would have to be, right?
Yeah, he's back there. I see him.
Connected by the sewers. That's where it lives.
Oh, yeah, there he is. So the kids
And they're
are going
looking at
through
old
like a...
photos.
On one of those slide projectors. But the slide projector has a mind of its own! And it's going, and it's clicking, and it's clicking, and it's clicking. And we start to see the face of Pennywise. It says, what are you afraid
That's
of?
a great trailer.
And they don't...
If you'll come with me.
They're not showing...
Wait a minute.
You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too.
It's creepy, right?
Yeah.
Are you scared?
It actually looks pretty good.
No, but I have a cool, creepy feeling. Like
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like, and again, maybe I'm nitpicking, but Georgie appeared to have two arms in that moment when he's dead in the sewer.
So you don't think they ripped the arm off?
I remember that from the book.
Of course.
But they talk about the arm being ripped from its socket.
Stephen King's books are always too graphic for movies, though.
I know, but you can still show him with no arm.
Somehow, by the way, his books are always more graphic than the movies, but then when he makes the movies himself, they're always terrible.
Dude, he ruins them. And I love Stephen King.
He ruins his own stories.
His visions, he doesn't know how to make them scary in video form. Like, he fucked up The Shining. He hated.
Yeah.
I understand Kubrick bastardized it a little bit, but Kubrick made it scary.
Yes.
And his It sucked.
I liked his It, but
it was fucking awful. Richard Thomas was, he's fucking John Boy. You know who he is, John Boy from the Waltons?
I mean, I know of John Boy.
Come
from
on,
the
a little
Waltons.
mole?
Yeah, whatever.
I want one. I used to want to get one tattooed.
Yeah, really?
A mole.
I'd love to put one in you with a bullet.
Yeah, that would kill me.
Yeah, what?
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see it. The only thing is the clown... The stuff the clown does looks like there's a bit of CGI involved, like a lot.
Really?
It doesn't look like the way he moves quickly, even when they
In
just
that
show.
moment, yeah.
But the trailer is well done because they don't really show a full shot of the clown at any point that you can really. But even in that drain, when you just see like half his face, it doesn't look like a person in clown paint to me.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
To me, it looked a little bit CGI.
I did not even notice that.
So
I thought the light. Let me see. I didn't catch that.
See how it
no,
looks?
I thought that was a person, but I might be wrong.
I don't know. To my eye, it looks somewhat animated, and that's what I liked about the old one is because it was an old movie, and it was definitely like it was a guy in paint.
Yeah, I think this will be. Let's see. Let's hope. I mean,
it's definitely an actor playing him.
Sure.
but I don't
No,
know.
but I know what you mean. I don't
You know
want to see it
what I'm
over
saying?
VC. Yeah. I'll go see this one in the movies because it did look a little scary when he popped up.
You want to go with me?
Yeah. I'll float down here, and you'll float too.
Did you make up the tune yourself?
Yep.
Very weird.
I'm trying to rob all the women, rape all the men, and learn to do the peppermint twist.
What's he talking about?
That's from the book.
Just let him go.
He's talking about rape. He said rape men, right?
That's the line in the book.
He said rape the men?
That's Pennywise said that.
That's why he identifies with the book.
I've come to rob all the women, rape all the men, and learn to do the peppermint twist. And he's holding balloons and a severed child leg. and he's doing a mad shucking
twist?
a mad shucking jive. I guess he was
Is that
dancing.
what
Yeah.
Jimbo does?
What's that?
Is that what Jimbo does?
Oh no! Jimbo holds a turkey leg and eats it.
That's fun.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
That's super
And then he
fun.
puts it in the front of his pants like a penis.
What?
Makes everybody laugh.
No. You don't need to do that.
Shut up.
So you're optimistic about the It remake then?
I am, yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm optimistic too. I know there is, there's an actor portraying Pennywise.
Yeah.
I don't remember who he is.
Bill Shepard.
I think it's Jerry Shepardini, actually. But I just, that's the only thing that gives me pause. Oh, Bill Skarsgård. Yeah, Bill Skarsgård is the guy. That's Pennywise. Yeah.
He's 26.
Yeah.
Then again, why not? Maybe he just had a good shaped face.
That's true.
Why does Jimbo the Clown sound like Winnie the Pooh? People,
a little bit.
A lot of people are saying that. Well, Jimbo's got his own voice. What do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, I mean, Jimbo's got his own thing, you know?
Yeah.
You hear about the situation?
Fucking.
I want you to know something.
So many of these guys get in trouble for this shit.
As far as the IRS goes, let's just say we got a little situation.
Yeah, IRS. It really sucks. Sam, take it away.
Ugh. The situation is getting indicted on tax evasion charges. I feel like we were just talking about him a couple weeks ago, trying to figure out like what happened because of those Jersey Shore kids. He was the most famous one in the beginning.
Although, yeah, but then it became Snooki.
Snooki
is actually it.
Well, Snooki was very, very. Snooki is the most famous one now.
Yep.
But Snooki's doing well.
Pauly D's
D's doing
shitload
well.
of money DJing.
JWoww is doing well.
What is she doing?
JWoww hangs out with Snooki a lot, and she's got these. Wow, she got these bras or something on her Instagram.
Big heavy
that
tits.
like you pull the string. They're like strapless. You just stick them on your nips, and then you pull a string, and it gives you more support. It's the damnedest. Yeah, it's the damnedest thing you've ever seen. Look at him.
Look at that tits.
She does this all the time. She's like,
would you suck her tits?
Yeah, I guess.
Wow, I love her.
See, this is her. She makes these brassieres, I guess. They're either brassieres or bathing suit tops. I don't know.
Awesome. Oof, I wouldn't mind smooching with her.
You would smooch with her?
In a second, and I'd cut gassers. He's facing a lot of jail time too.
Well, the Sitch, I guess, didn't get great advice from his brother because he's allegedly evaded his 2011 taxes by failing to file a personal return, filing a false corporate return for Situation Nation. Situation Nation is the company.
It rhymes.
I guess so, but how many people are in the Situation Nation? Travis, you still in the Situation Nation? I know at one point you were.
Yeah, it's dope.
You're still down.
Yeah, we just don't pay our taxes.
Yeah. Here's a good thing about the Situation Nation. There's no taxes in this nation.
You gotta pay your taxes. It's so stupid to not pay taxes. They always catch you.
It says the new charges are add-ons to the brothers' September 2014 indictment for tax offenses and conspiring to defraud Uncle Sam. He's doing this with his brothers. And remember, they had the reality show together.
Yeah.
That he tried to, like, it was on the TV Guide channel or something.
Did it work or
no? No.
Was it good?
No.
What was wrong with it? Did it feel not reality-ish or
I mean, it was a
bunch of bunk?
Yeah, who cares? It's the Sorrentinos, you know what I mean? At some point you go like, what are we watching?
It is weird how fast, I mean, they had a good run for a couple of years, but people get, they had 3 seasons?
They had like 7 seasons.
Oh, was it that long? Okay.
But they were doing 2 seasons a year. They were really pumping them out.
But I mean, they were fucking
huge. But the Sitch also lost a lot of steam as the show went on.
Did he?
He got addicted to pain pills.
Oh.
That fucked him up bad. Like there was
he losing steam as the show went on?
Oh my God, yeah.
Why?
Well, it was right in the middle of his addiction, so like, and people just got tired of him. He wasn't growing. Snooki was growing. DJ Paulie D was growing.
Vinny
Guadagnino was growing.
Wow.
You know, not so much with the sitch.
Yeah.
The brothers allegedly filed false tax returns that understated gross receipts.
Well, that would be what false tax returns do. Most people don't overstate it.
Yeah.
That would be ridiculous. And overpay. Aha.
Gotcha.
Well, fuck them.
Claimed fraudulent business deductions, disguised income payments, and underreported net business income. It says they said that Sorrentino made multiple cash deposits in a single day in amounts less than $10,000 to evade his bank's reporting requirements.
There's a thing. Maybe the bank doesn't report it, but if you put in less than 10 G's in cash, the bank doesn't report it.
So
maybe once in a while, but if you do that all the time,
multiple times a day,
you're caught.
You have, yeah.
What
I
a
used to be
fucking
bank
myth.
teller.
Yeah.
What?
You have to fill out a whole report.
If what?
If you do it like a certain amount of those transactions, if they're coming in like 9,900 multiple times, like that's clearly...
Hey, good news, guys. The sitch is back.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly the procedure, but we used to have to
Yeah, but everybody, I mean, look, here's the thing. When the situation walks into a bank room, everybody's going to be having a party. They're like, oh, the sitch is back. GTL. And so the fact, right, the fact that he's shown up 6 times in one day, people are going to be psyched. They're like, fuck yeah, it's the sitch time again.
He thought he was so slick.
He
doing
really
that.
did.
Here's what they say. When your bank says no, Champion says yes.
I don't understand. I was depositing him in Champion Bank. The guy told me they said yes.
When your bank said no, Champion said yes.
It's a good impression. I'm going to give that to you.
It is, right?
It's a good impression.
Joseph Goriab.
I remember the
Do you
commercials.
remember him?
Yep.
Aid, you want to be blown away by an impression?
Yep.
You watch it. Your bank says no, Champion says yes.
That dude was on my daytime TV all the time.
Because he kind of talks through his teeth on the one. A champion says yes. He sounds like Uncle Paul.
Yeah. This is it.
Joseph Goriab.
Yep.
There that have had credit problems in the past for legitimate reasons. They might have been temporarily unemployed. They might have had serious medical problems years ago.
Sure.
And consequently, their credit suffered because of it. Does that mean they should
This
never
is a
get
commercial. This
I don't know. I didn't register one word.
This electricity, this action-packed. This will be like they used to run it on game shows. They used to run it on those talk shows like Jerry Springer and Ricky Lake and Jenny Jones. All that daytime stuff. Champion says yes used to come on all the time.
Well, the thing is, the banks would say no, so he'd go, when your bank says no, Champion says yes.
All the time. Every
second mortgage loan, or you qualify for a second mortgage loan again. We'll make loans like that
It's
each and every day.
charismatic.
1-800-CHAMPION. It's the only number you'll ever have to remember for all your second mortgage needs. When your bank says no, Champion says yes.
See?
When your bank says no, Champion says yes.
It's a great impression.
Yeah. Yeah, I was hoping that the Joseph Goriab would rocket me to stardom.
Did that not work at your SNL audition?
No, and I tried it too as Jimbo the Clown. The kids didn't get it.
Well, how would...
Happy birthday! Joseph Goriab sends a message. And your bank says no. Champion says yes.
Oh my God, that was Joseph Goriab slowly morphing into Jimbo the Clown, and the whole time Jimbo was jumping up and down and waving his arms and stuff. It was really creepy.
Your dad hired me to get you alone. Dexter's not doing well.
What is he
going
talking
to
about?
pass away. I'm Joseph Goriab the Clown.
This is so scary.
When your bank...
Oh, thank God. Oh, this is terrible.
Still 4 hours left on the radio show.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, we'll keep going for a while.
Sure, we got some
Yeah,
time.
we got
Let's
4
go.
hours.
Can talk.
Still going, huh?
2 more hours.
Oh, okay. 2 hours then. All right.
Cool.
So we'll,
Fuzz!
Fuzz!
Yay.
Joseph Goryev the clown is maybe the scariest, creepiest thing I've ever seen.
I am hired to make you feel so good. When you're...
I can't take it. I can't take it.
Hold on.
I can't take it. The worst when he goes, Dexter's not well.
Yeah.
Like the way
Dexter's not. He's in a lot of pain in the other room.
Stop.
Do you know when your bank says
it's so creepy.
when your bank says no, your grandmother leaves.
No. The way the words are disappearing, the way the words disappear and it's so soft and everything, it's so creepy, dude.
That's Jimbo, the champion bank manager.
It's
clown.
so bad. It's so bad.
By the way, real quick,
I can't do that again.
April 28th, 29th, I will be in Baltimore at Magooby's. August the 5th, I am going to be in the Borgata, 2 shows. I'm not even sure if they're sold out or not. I just don't. I haven't checked.
6 tickets gone.
And yes, for my parents, I'm going to Europe. And the Chip Chipperson podcast starts today. Go to riotcast.com. Go to iTunes. And if you want to rate it, I think it's really funny. It's 20 minutes.
I'm not a fan.
I think you are going to like it a lot if you're a Chip fan. It's very, very silly.
Yes, check that out. And
fuck yeah!
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, we will. We're going to be back tomorrow.
Oh my God, it's over.
This.
Sergio Garcia's thrilling win over Justin Rose for